What's up, stranger?
Stress. Been looking for work.
What you looking for?
2 ounces of hard white.
Bitch.
People are always asking me, Kiki, the books that you write, is that about you? Is that about your life? I used to rob drug dealers. I used to traffic drugs. I was a savage. I used to get it, and I didn't care who I got it from.
I've been looking for you for 2 weeks. Where is my money?
And now I can sit here and show you guys a glimpse of my life before I turned it around.
I'm gonna ask you one more time, Kiki. Think hard, all right? Where's my goddamn money at?
Mrs. Santana, you look stunning. What are you wearing? And tell us about this new venture in the fashion industry.
I'm wearing a piece from my own line. It's called Kais, designed by my brilliant partner and friend, Karen Blackwell.
Wow. Look at Adriana Santana. She's hot. I don't see Lewis anywhere, though. I noticed Sheldon Chisholm and his family are here. Not to mention the other half-dozen criminals in here.
Oh, no, you don't. We're here to have fun.
But why are you here alone? Where's your recently acquitted husband, Louis?
Louis is back home resting. He has his share of bright lights and cameras. We just want to leave that whole thing behind us.
No work today. We've been here for 5 minutes and you're already profiling people? Come on now.
And what else are you looking to see tonight?
All of my friends and to show off her brilliant work. Everything that you're about to see.
We can't wait for it.
The only reason I invited you is because you're my best friend and we never get to spend time together. Plus, you're killing it in that dress. Here comes Jess. I wanted to introduce you to.
You done?
Roger that.
Then why do you have it?
She told me to keep it!
I'll be out in a minute. Stop with the lies!
He's a very flashy Haitian with a penchant for violence. He's no one to play with, Haitian.
Where's my goddamn money at?
Sakura is dead.
Play with me again. I'm tired of hearing you talk all the time. Save it. Save it.
She's my friend. She's my friend.
But I will not give up. I will not give in. And I will not get caught. Time to go hunting.
And the winner is Wes Clark. Congratulations.
Yes, she's my mother.
Rock stars. There is nothing like those wild, rebellious party animals. Entry number 60.
When I decided to pursue acting, I never thought it was this difficult after weeks of being homeless, jobless, sleeping on my friends' couches. I'm finally here!
Just take care
What are you
of
doing?
yourself.
Shh.
What's going on?
Tribe, they're
Terry.
coming.
Where have you been? I've been calling you on your cell phone all day.
At work.
Faith wake up dope sick, fiending for a sniff. Left the house, ain't tell her husband she was gone, she just dipped.
Why is it that you are taking large sums of money out of our account every single day?
While her family's at home, she's out there chasing that high. Roaming up and down the block, she run into this pimp guy. He's conversating with her, asked her if she tryna make cash. Next thing you know, she's in front of the pink house selling the ass. Then she gets dope sick again. She need that boy, so she out there searching again. She's tired of her life. For years she done wrong. Now she wanna do right. She go to rehab to get the help she need, and she tell her family.
I'm Yoshi Lomax, superstar attorney at law and fugitive.
So, you're the famous Yoshi Lomax.
Probably more infamous. I'm on the run from the federal government for crimes that I didn't commit.
Gentlemen, I'm Deputy U.S. Marshal Sharon Starr. I'll be taking things from here.
Not to mention being on the hit list of at least 3 of Miami's major crime bosses.
I wanted to apologize in person for leaving so abruptly last night.
Welcome back.
That's Vladimir Kuzetsov, a Russian crime boss. He's been a suspect in over a dozen missing person cases.
I mean, I didn't get here to be this successful for doing things the American way.
I need a list of the jury for my case with Hanju.
Oh, really? What's that worth to you? Oh my God, you're such a...
Mr. Santana is to be released upon processing.
So what do you know about Sheldon Chisholm?
What do you want to know about him?
I really need to know if you're going to take my case. I don't have time to play, Miss Lomax.
Money is not a problem. You know anything about his case?
It's being handled by agents in my field office.
I've learned that in this game of life, in order to win,
Ready to dance?
you gotta play dirty. You might look at me and see a beautiful, confident, successful woman.
Congratulations, counselor. Yet another win.
But underneath, I'm flawed. I'm broken. And I'm scared. So I have no choice but to run until I can find a way to clear my name.
Miss Lomax is now considered a fugitive of the United States. Catching fugitives is my business, which makes her my suspect. You and your associates are relieved.
Look. She killed one of our own.
But I will not give up.
All right, people, listen up. Get a picture of Miss Lomax out there so the public knows what she looks like.
I will not give in.
Okay. People, we got a game plan. Let's break and execute.
I will not get caught.
Time to go hunt.
So we have the extended version of the dream sequence right here. Sheldon comes to visit Yoshi in her hotel room after their meeting. Yoshi looks a little nervous at first, but then you see things get a little steamy after he throws her against the wall. And right here, Yoshi thinks she has everything under control because that's how she manipulates men, through her sexuality. So In her mind, she has him right where she wants him. You see, that's Yoshi though. She's hot, she's sexy, she's manipulative. She uses sex to get the upper hand on men. Get the win no matter what the cost. And as you can see, this is not exactly the result she was looking for. We shot this scene in Atlanta. Chuck Gomez was the director of photography. Great scene, good acting by Zasha and Wilner.
For pop R&B artist Jamela.
I pick Kelly. Yeah!
Handle this in the morning, please?
No, I think I want to handle this right now. You can give your time to the studio boy, but I think your man can get a few minutes. Alright? Hey, don't walk away from me!
You're hurting me. Stop, please.
Get in the car.
I've been down this roller coaster, running around in circles. We go trips around the moon. So confused, so scared, so alive, so unfair. It's so unfair, yeah.
Standing next to me is one of the sponsors of tonight's fabulous event, music mogul Lance Wallace. How are you, Lance?
Good evening, Michelle. I'm well, thank you.
Excellent. Now, are you concerned with the recent backlash for the drug charges against your group, Grind Time? And what's the status of the case?
Worth a Billion Inc. and its artists will always maintain its innocence. This is clearly a misunderstanding. And we're here to promote positivity and give opportunity to our people and to all people. That's it.
And so what do you think about Mr. Wallace is here to promote his fashion line? He will only be answering questions about that subject.
Thanks.
So actually we got everything up until the part where you started doing that, so we'll probably start there, but we're going to move in closer and get a closer shot of that. That's we'll be done with that. And then I think he wants to do some steady cam stuff, so.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Catherine Nunez, and you're watching Real Talk with the director and the counsel on the IE Network.
Real Talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real Talk.
Hi, this is Alana De La Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Monique Capri, and you are watching Real Talk with the Director on Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
This is Vicky Judy. Orange is the new black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Keep it locked.
Hi, I'm Rita Parks. You are listening to Real Talk Radio with the Director. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Nothing more, nothing less. What's going on live from the Death Star? It is Real Talk with the Director of the Jedi Council. I'm the Director. We'll be with you about 120 minutes or so. Real Talk's brought to you each and every Monday by B2S Media And we broadcast live via the World Wide Web on youtube.com/IE Network TV and Facebook, aka Meta, aka the social network. And of course, Instagram. So, what's up, people? We're back again, another Monday. Appreciate you coming back. I still got my Death Star background. Still, right before we get a chance to even finish mourning one person, another one passes away. So, rest in peace to Tito Jackson, the legendary Jackson 5 group. Tito Jackson passed away. And yep, it just keeps coming. And there you go, man. But we all know Tito, obviously, 1/5 of the Jackson 5. He was one of the older brothers. He played lead guitar, because I believe it was, I think Jermaine played bass. He played the guitar. And yeah, man, just ironically, the second Jackson out of the Jackson 5 to pass away, and he's one of the oldest. I think he might be the second oldest. I think it was Jackie and then Tito, and then Jermaine or whatever. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. So rest in peace to him, and condolences to the Jackson family and everybody that knew them and his friends. I know a few people that knew him. I don't know him. Did not know him personally, but I do know a few people that knew him personally. Shout out to them, and send my condolences to all his friends and family that will, suffer from this loss. Yep. So here we are again, another Monday night. I'm gonna go. I started. It's funny. I accidentally hit the start button 5 minutes early. It's all good. We started 5 minutes early since we always going 5 minutes late or after the fact. So we will get off on time today. Get started 5 minutes early. I'm going to go into the weekend recap brought to you by BoxOfficeMojo.com for the weekend of September 13th through the 11th. Yeah, we just had a Friday the 13th. That's right. Okay, number 5, $2.9 million over the weekend. Reagan. Tear down that wall, Mr. Gorbachev. Oh, so Reagan is, yes, Ronald Reagan, that Reagan. Made $23 million domestically. It made $23 million worldwide because it only made a few $1,000s overseas. Because how do you expect a film about an American president to do that well overseas? But anyway, that's what he made. Number 4 is Deadpool and Wolverine. Still pulling in $3.8 million on a weekend. It is now hovering at $1.3 billion worldwide. Number 3, am I racist? That is not a question. I know I'm not racist. That's the actual name and title of the movie. Am I racist? Question mark. Brought in 4.5 million in the box office. It just came out at on the 13th. 4.5 million. Number 2 is Speak No Evil, 11.4 million over the weekend. That is the opening weekend, and it's at 20 million worldwide. That film looks really good. I didn't get a chance to see it, so I'm gonna go out and check it out. Maybe tomorrow. Speak No Evil. All right, and number 1 for another week,
51.4 million. Beetlejuice. Now at $264 million worldwide after September 6th opening, and it's at 187 million domestic. There you go. And that is your weekend recap brought to you by Box Office Mojo.com. Yep. So we'll get into some stuff today. Couple of things, man. We're gonna go over the fall preview for movies. This fall is going to be lit, people. Y'all ready to get back outside? If you're not back outside, most people are. Get to these movie theaters and check out some of these films that are coming out. There's a list that I'm going to go down to that. It was a list made by a certain website that said they have 38 new movies that you must see this fall. So we'll go over it. We might watch a couple of trailers together. But we'll just go over a couple of things, preview that. Also, one thing I wanted to definitely touch on is, so apparently Jonathan Majors is he's gonna be at like a Monster Con or something like that. He's making an appearance at a convention, right? A fan convention, comic convention. It's not per se a comic convention, but it's like a fan movie convention, horror convention, whatever. And now, for some reason, it's all sudden news that he's charging for autographs and pictures, or both. And I think the autographs are somewhere around 140, and the pictures is like 160 or something like that. And all of a sudden, this is for some reason news because they're trying to just throw it out there, and multiple news outlets decide to pick that up. Like it's something, of course they're making a big deal because it's Jonathan Majors, and they're trying to make it. We all know what you're doing, media. We all know what you're doing, people spreading it. You're trying to paint the narrative without saying that you feel this is news because Jonathan Majors is charging that amount. And maybe if they're trying to also trying to say without saying that they feel like he's not worth that amount. Well, first of all, we'll address that. The council addressed that. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring them in now because I see them both in the green room. Ralph, Kev, you're in the building. Welcome back, brothers.
Hey, what's up, people? Evening.
What's going on, man? So I'm just saying about this whole Jonathan Majors thing. Might as well start it off with that. So Jonathan Majors, as we know, he's going to be appearing at what is it called? Like not a Monster Con, but it's something else. Famous Monster something Con, right? So he's appearing there, and he will be. This is the Hollywood Reporter, and then a lot of other outlets picked it up as well. He's going to be there, obviously because of Lovecraft Country, right? That's probably one of the reasons why he would be at this type of Comic Con, and that's what he's known from. And he's charging for autographs, 140, and then there's like 160 for autograph with a picture, or something along those lines. So everyone seems to think. What I mean by everyone, I mean different news outlets seems to think that this is news for some reason. They want to put it out there. Everyone wants to say, "Hey, look, Jonathan Majors is charging money for autographs," and we all know what they're trying to do. Let's not be stupid here. We are intelligent men. We are intelligent beings. We are intelligent life forms. we understand what they're trying to do by even making this news, because it's really not news. But they're making it news for a reason, because they're trying to imply something. There's a certain thing. I worked in news for a while, and there's a certain things you do to make assumptions and implications without saying it, and you let the audience decide. So we know what you're doing, people. You know, they're trying to, in case for people, the slow people back there that just got off the short bus, I'll explain it to you. They're obviously trying to imply or leave, so kind of like lead you into possibly thinking that Jonathan Majors shouldn't charge this amount of money because he's not worth it. Um, First of all, that's an assumption or a determination that no one is able to make unless you are the actual Comic Con themselves. If they feel that he is where he's going to get that money. And you got to also understand how Comic Cons work. And this is not a Comic Con, but all the conventions pretty much work the same. So the person agrees to come. Obviously, they charge a certain amount to get a certain amount of money. There's a fee that's charged on top of that goes to the convention. And I think the convention, in some cases, lay out money for them too. Lays out money for the to get them there. They're not just going to come for nothing, right? Because that money obviously isn't guaranteed. Because when you got the Hollywood Reporter, trade magazines, and TMZ, and all these people making reports like this, it could very well cut into this man's money, because you're basically making the assumption by putting it out there, by making it news. You are putting it out there and possibly messing with the dude's bag. Now, I've been to tons. We've all been. All three of us. I don't have to speak for y'all, but we've all been to tons of Comic Cons and conventions and things like this one throughout our lives, throughout our careers. And we know how the celebrities, whether they're current or past, how they make their money, right? At these things. And I just feel like putting this out there like this, to me, is unnecessary. I feel it's going to hurt him, not help him, because guess what? No one really needs to know he's at that Comic Con or that Monster Con or whatever it is, except for the people that are attending. The people that are attending already know he's gonna be there. It's not like if you sit there, yeah, you may get a few people that say, "Oh man, Jonathan Majors is at this thing. I'm gonna go. I want to get an autograph. I want to get a picture with him." You'll get a few that come off of like just finding out, but for the most part, people who go to these things, they are a whole group of different type of animal. That you got people that go to all of these things, and they know, trust me, they know he's gonna be there, and they know what he's charging because they probably already checked, and those people are going to go there prepared to pay his price if they want to take a picture with him. I don't understand why this is news whatsoever, but it is apparently. I didn't think it was this big. Like, the Hollywood Reporter reported it. TMZ, okay, you know, they pick things up. But why is this such big news? And I mean, I'm looking at the upcoming New York Comic Con, which is coming up in October in New York City, at the Jacob Javits Center. And there's people on here that, you know, they're charging a price, some of them high, some of them low. And
I don't see a problem. Just like I don't see a problem with them charging their prices. And some of these people, some people you might know by face, some people you might know by name, and they're charging a certain amount. But the one person that stuck out to me was Walter Goggins is charging $160 for a photo op. And it says at the table autograph, $139.10. I don't know why that. Oh, the fee is not. So he's basically charging 130 because the fee is $9.10. So he's charging 130 and he's charging basically 150 for a photo op because it's 160.50. So 1050 is the fee. Now, Walter Goggins, most people may not know that name when I say it right out loud. Of course, we'll know. But just for the people who are not really paying attention or don't care, I will let you know. Walter Goggins is not an A-list actor. That's number one. Walter Goggins has pretty much always played a supporting role in a film. Not even really second star of a show. He's mostly been in shows. He's been in a couple of films. The Righteous Gemstones, Justified is what I know him for, but of course, The Shield is what I really would know. You would, if you watched The Shield, you'll really know he was Shane from The Shield. He was in Django Unchained and a couple other things. He did appear in didn't he appear in Ant-Man and the Wasp? He was in that, right?
Yeah, he was in that.
He
was in Predators. He was
Right.
in
I mean, he's in a lot of films, but what I'm saying is here's a guy who got a very known face. Most people, the average person may not know his name, all right? Which the average person don't know a lot of people's names, but they see the face, but I remember him. He's usually playing a bad guy or a racist. He plays that pretty good. Or some sort of, got some sort of good old boy or something like that. But I like him. I'm not ragging on him. I'm just saying that stuck out to me. A photo op with him is $150. That's without the fee. So what I'm saying is, especially now, people not only know Jonathan Majors' face, they know his name. So why is it such a crime? Or they making it seem like it without saying it. They're laying it out there to let the people decide, quote unquote. But you know why they're doing this. Why is that news? So why isn't it news that Walter Goggins is charging $150 to take a photo with him? And I don't have a problem with that price.
I do. I'm sorry, I do. I know why. I know why he's charged. He's not charging that price. That's also because he's one of the featured guests of Comic-Con. So Comic-Con is tacking on their own fee with him. So I get that.
Yeah.
But is he worth $150? No. And I'm
Walter
sorry.
Goggins?
Goggins. No, he's not. And I'm
sorry.
No,
I'm not saying, to me he's not. But to some people he might be. I'm saying I don't have a problem with what these people charge. I'm not paying $150.
Wait a minute. I do. I have a problem with that one, right? And I'm saying at the last Comic-Con I went to, Stan Lee, Sylvester Stallone, and I want to say Sigourney Weaver were charging $100. Oh, and then William Shatner charging $100. I can
Where
justify.
did you go that Stan Lee was charging $100? Every time I saw Stan Lee at a Comic-Con, it was 250, 200 minimum.
No, it was like about it was about $100. It was like I think it was in Philadelphia and not it was in Philadelphia and not New York City. But those people, yes, I could see $100. Walter Goggins, no, and I'm sorry, Jonathan Majors, no. The only difference I'll say between the two of them is that at least Goggins has a longer career than Majors right at this point in time. He's been around longer. He may have been in smaller stuff, but he has been around longer. So I'm not going to discount that. But
No,
he's
not that
he's been around
stuff.
longer.
He's
but
just been in smaller
he's been in
roles.
smaller
He
stuff.
hasn't been in smaller
I agree.
Not
I
in
agree.
smaller stuff. He's been in pretty big shows
He's
and
he's
movies.
been in big
Just
shows, but
smaller roles.
he has not been a lead
He
yet.
has not been a lead. He has not been a lead.
Been smaller roles. Yes.
Right. So for that, I'm saying no, he's not. And for Jonathan Majors, I'm sorry, but bro, same thing. Even though you did Lovecraft County and Creed and you had some stuff, you are
Lovecraft
not
Country. Lovecraft Country. Pronounce it right. Lovecraft Country.
You know what I'm saying? You just are not at that stage of $150 for an autograph or a picture.
He absolutely is. He absolutely
he's
is.
not.
And I
He's not.
disagree. He is. In your opinion,
wait, hold
in your no, I'm not holding on a second. In your opinion, I'm not done. In your opinion,
you're not done, but you interrupted me in the middle of my thought. You're not done, but you interrupted me in my thought.
In your opinion, yes, maybe that might be true in your opinion, but to a lot of other people, no, they feel that he is worth that kind of money. And what I feel about the whole thing is they're trying to interrupt his bag because that's the only way this brother can make money right now. So that's like saying that he's not worth that. Is like you're stepping on his. You might be down with them to say, well, listen, because what is an autograph worth to anybody?
I'm not. I am not discounting the fact of the autograph. But what I'm sitting there saying is, I just sat here and told you the last Comic-Con I went to, Stallone, Shatner, Weaver, and
what year was that, Ralph? When you saw them?
Oh man, I want to sit there and say, hell, I won't even take that. Even last time I saw Shatner was 2 years ago. His autograph was and picture was $110. $110, and that was just 3 years ago. I'll just go with that. 3 years ago. You are not going to sit here and tell me that Jonathan Majors is of the same level as William Shatner. You're not. You're not. You're not going to sit there and say that one.
But I'm not sitting here saying that. All my point is the reason why I pointed out
I'm absolutely saying it
for some reason. I'm gonna say this: none of us, and no one else has the right to tell Jonathan Majors what he is worth. You have the right to tell him what he's worth to you. You have the right to tell him what he's worth to you. But he's at this Comic-Con, he's at this convention. That's his price. So obviously the people that put it together feel that he's worth it because they got him there. They're promoting him, right? He's the major, he's pretty much, no pun intended, he's the major attraction as far as, because you know how these things go. With these Comic-Cons, most of the time, it's very hard to get big name people, stuff like that. That's like household names and stuff like that. You're going to get mostly, you get a lot of wrestlers in their own right. They got a whole nother audience. So they're household names to a whole nother audience. So, but you get a lot of wrestlers, you get older actors that are not even really making films no more. I mean, obviously these conventions are great for actors to make a little bread. You know what I mean? They go, they charge what, and they make their bread, right? So my thing is, I feel it's very, like I said, I'm not paying $150 for Walter Goggins. I'm not. But Walter Goggins has been in a lot of stuff, as we know. You know what? Someone who's a really, really big fan of The Shield might pay that $150 to take a picture. Because they'll be like, yo, that's Shane from The Shield. That show was a big show, right? So, it ain't Mackie, but hey, it's the second best to Mackie, because really, Shane was probably the most known character on that show other than Vic Mackey because of his shenanigans and everything that he was just as bad as Mackey, so
even worse.
He was even worse. He was even worse than Mackey. So I'm looking at that. A couple other names from New York Comic Con that stuck out to me maybe I think like what's his name? Jeez, can't think of his name.
The only person
I
that
see
I saw
Rachel
on
Leigh Cook.
but the only person on the list that I saw I mean his is ridiculous too. Is $200 is Josh Brolin.
Well, I
No,
mean,
that's not.
yeah,
No, that's another one that's not ridiculous. That's Thanos.
that's Thanos, bro. I mean,
No,
let's
but even with
let's
that one, you'd have a lot, especially because of the rumor that came out this week of this sequel to the Goonies. But I could justify in my mind $200 to Brolin. Maybe I could justify it.
he was
Maybe
$200
it's
for
still,
Brolin.
but overall,
I'm
it
not
is a
paying
ridiculous
$200
price.
for it, but I mean, I don't know if I'd only, you know what, I'd pay the $200 if he was dressed like Thanos. If he cosplay as Thanos, or at least have the glove that I could take the picture with him, then I say I might drop the bread to take that picture.
Maybe if he what's
other
the
than
character
that,
he played in Deadpool? If he
Cable.
did,
Deadpool.
if he played Cable,
Cable. Yeah.
maybe
Right.
I'm quite sure he's not going to dress from the
But
Goonies.
also you got to remember he's not just those two characters. He's homeboy from Country for No Country for Old Men. What else is he in?
He's in a lot of stuff, but I'm saying
Sicario.
but those three things, the Goonies, Deadpool, and Thanos, would be the most things that the average person would sit there and say, oh, that he's him. They're not going to sit there and say Wall Street or Milk or a Hollow Man. They're not going to say. They'll say Goonies, Deadpool, or Thanos. Not even Avengers, Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos. Well, he was in so many, he was in the big Avenger movies. But here's the deal. We don't know, when it comes to these conventions, dude, people have a certain feeling about these actors and the characters that they play, not even really the actors, mostly the characters that they play. And people go to these conventions with the intent of spending money because they want that character that person played somehow resonated with that person, and it meant something to them, and that's why they even pay the money at all, whatever the money is. I mean, William Shatner. Nobody under the age of 30 probably even knows who William Shatner is.
I gotta disagree because I was there. Yeah. They know who Captain Kirk. They know Captain Kirk. Now, if you said T.J. Hooker, Captain Kirk. Yeah, they know that one.
Yeah. So, but my point is, there's going to be a lot of people that know who he is regardless, because of the fact that Captain Kirk, he played a character that is just, and plus, I mean, that's a whole cult following of fans, the Trekkies. But I'm just saying, let's take him or anybody from that era, George Takei. People, they pay to take a picture with him. It doesn't matter what the price is, because I mean, you're gonna justify. I look at it like this: how am I justifying paying any amount of money to take a picture with somebody? But that the point is, I don't knock them for what they charge. I feel it's kind of unfair and kind of, I don't want to say reckless, but just kind of messed up to sit here and tell a person
what their
worth is, because you could sell them what they're worth to you. But I feel for you to say you have a problem with it. Okay, you got a problem with it because you just don't want to pay it. Okay, I get it.
Oh yeah.
But everybody, but that doesn't mean that
they're not
other
worth
people
that.
aren't gonna pay it. That don't mean that they're not worth it just because they're not worth it to you.
But what I had said is that, because I'm going on, going to cons. For someone to charge that kind of money, you have really need to have a real deep resume.
Not really, because the girl, Jen, what was that chick that I got her autograph from? And she wasn't even charging a lot of money when I went to New York Comic Con last. Drea Di Matteo, that's her name.
Well,
She didn't charge a lot of money. And when I took the picture, I said, "Can I take a picture with you?" I didn't even know she was charging to take pictures. And I sat there and I talked with her for about 20 minutes. And I was like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" She's like, "Sure." And she took a picture with me. And I looked over the thing and I saw that it said $50. So I was reaching in my pocket to go pay. And she was like, "Yo, only charge him 35."
Well,
I was like, "You sure?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "You're a great guy. You love the show. Just don't worry about it. $35. It's okay."
Yeah, but still, 35 is a lot different than 160. If she would have said 200, you've been like, what?
Well, but see, it was $50. If I'm remembering right, it was $50 for the picture and like 20 something dollars or something for the autograph. So all together would have been like 75. But because I wasn't getting one of her because I think I bought something else off the table. I ended up spending like $100 at her table, but I only paid for the picture. I paid $35, and I bought some other memorabilia from her table because she just and God, she smelled so good.
It's all about what that character that they particularly played or the movie means to them. I mean, Jason Lee is basically charging $75. I'm not paying $75 to take a picture of Jason Lee.
I'm not taking a picture with Jason Lee. How about that?
I don't even want to take a picture with Jason Lee.
How about that?
So I'm definitely not charged, but I'm not gonna say Jason Lee is not worth $75 because there's a lot of people that are Jason Lee fans just from the Kevin Smith movies, and they'll take the picture with him. You got Freddie Prinze Jr. is charging $85.
Oh damn! You know what? Hold up. Oh wait, I got y'all fucked up right now. Excuse me, YouTube. I got y'all messed up right now. Y'all said you said Jason Lee, and I automatically thought Jason Lee, the interviewer guy, the guy from California that's running for that.
You gotta pay me to take a picture with him. So you gotta pay me to take the picture. I wouldn't. No, that's crazy. From Hollywood Unlocked. No, Jason Lee, the actor.
I'm be honest. The only way I would pay that for Jason Lee is he got to be dressed up as Sinestro from The Incredibles. If he was cosplaying him, I'd be like, yeah, because now I can say something. But if you come in with still looking like you was looking in My Name Is Earl, I'm not taking no picture with you, bro. Like, bro, sit down.
Right now, Haley Atwell, I'm dropping $90 to take a picture with her. She's 90. Well, 90.
But see that goes. That kind of confirms my argument a little bit. It's all in worth. It's all in what the artist means to you. It's just like when you go like every time, Ralph. Every time since you first introduced me to the Urban Film Festival that what's his face does. Every time I went. I would. There was the last time I went, I couldn't spend no money because the artist that I wanted to buy some of his stuff from, some of his drawings and a couple of his books from. I wanted to spend like $60 with the dude, but he didn't have a whatchamacallit, a Apple thing or Apple Pay or whatever that thing is called. He didn't have one of those. I was like, dude, you gotta get you one of those, man. I'm like, yo, how much money have you missed out on? And he just looked at me when I said it. I was like, yeah, a lot of money that you missed out on today because of that. But I said all that to say is when I go, sometimes it don't even be artists that I know. I just like to support people. So I'll spend. Oh, that's what it is. All right, it's gonna hurt my pockets a little bit, but fuck it, I'll get it. And some of that shit is just sitting up in a box somewhere that I ain't never seen again. But I help support somebody's thing.
I do that too. I mean, and I got no problem.
If I see a black comic writer or black comic creator, I always support.
I did a comic book.
That happened to me.
I did a t-shirt.
That happened to me when I did MegaCon. Both times I did MegaCon. Majority of my people would come up and just buy because they just wanted to support, because there's not a lot of black comic creators that's at comic cons, so they come up, especially independent. There's a lot, there's a few artists out there that might be working for a bigger label, but I got money, made money both times I did it. Because people just wanted to support. They didn't even know. They come up and ask what it's about. They liked my presentation. They liked the artwork, and it was like, "Yo, let's go." Rest in peace, Mike Newton. My man Mike Newton drew the original artwork for it, and then I had obviously someone else draw the other stuff for it. But they liked both of them. So my point is, I think making this a big deal is sabotaging this man's money.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
what that is.
I agree.
Yeah, making this a big deal is sabotaging his potential bag because this is not news, people. I don't care if you because you can justify anybody charging any price if you don't want to pay it. So you can say, "Oh hell no!" I mean, you know how many people, as much as we may not think it's true, you know how many people looked at Stan Lee and said, "I ain't paying $100 to take a picture with that old dude." A bunch of
I
people said
you
that.
know you know what I'm gonna have to unfortunately I'm gonna have to agree with that statement, and it's a
Yeah.
shame. You know,
It's a shame, but I
you
mean,
know,
some
and
people just he don't mean that to them. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Can
the
I?
way it is.
I'm glad you said it. Now that takes a shoulder off my weight of life, because I feel the same way. I do. I am not. If even if he was still alive, I would not pay $100. So, but I got my own convictions as to why I wouldn't pay that amount of money. But I just would not pay that amount of money to get a picture with Stan Lee. I'm just not doing that. And granted, he was the bulk of my childhood that kept me sane as a kid. Being delving into comic books. But I just would not pay $100 to see Stan Lee. And listen, for those who do listen, that's your bag. Go ahead, go do that. In my opinion, that man has robbed too many artists of money and of credits for for them, and then he's still getting paid while some of these artists are sitting in the poorhouse, basically, in some instances, still trying to fight for their money from their rights from their books. No, no, no. There's
I
some
mean,
that's where I draw a line. That's when I feel like where I totally will agree with Ralph that he's one of those people that he's not worth even what he says he's worth. Even if he told me, listen, this is what I feel I'm worth. You know what? Before we get a strike, let me close my mouth.
yeah. See, I don't see.
well, I
I,
mean,
I
regardless,
don't I
yeah.
don't know about when it comes to Mr. Stanley. I can't. I mean, if you just said that he is responsible for the bulk of your childhood, I mean, that same stance you support his movies, but if you're not supporting the movie that basically is continuing what you say he's doing, taking away from the artist that actually wrote it. I mean, I guess that's
Well,
the point of view.
See,
Marvel
I
does
kid,
that.
as a
Period.
kid,
It's
no,
not
no,
just
understand. What?
now.
No, no,
In
no,
all
no. We're gonna make
fairness,
this clear. No,
it's
no, no.
not
Hold on,
just
because
fair.
hold on. This is what we're not gonna do tonight. This is what we're not gonna do tonight. Because we've been down this road before. Because like I said, yes, he did have the bulk of my child. He did buying comic books and being entertained by his comic books was absolutely 100% a part of my childhood. I'll never take it away from him. I'll never decline that or say that that's not the case. That is 100% the case. But when I became an adult and I understood why people why the artists that left Rob Liefeld and all of them left from Marvel Comics and went and started Image Comics. I didn't even buy any more Marvel Comics after that point, and I would never bought DC Comics. I only bought Image Comics at that point. And after a while, they just weren't being consistent enough, and that's why I stopped buying comic books. But I absolutely once I found out about how he was with artists, I was like, oh wait a minute, but his own man, Jack Kirby, is he didn't even give him the credit that he's supposed to get. But as a kid, I didn't know that. But as a young adult in my 20s, in my late into my in my my early 20s, when all those Todd McFarlane and all of them rose up to be like, yo, what? Y'all don't want, okay, no problem. Get
I
this
mean,
one, get through this one, Jay
they
Lee, let's
started
go.
their own
And
company.
left, and they
They
started
still
Image
didn't get. They
Comics.
still didn't get their credit. They just started their own.
company. They was like keep the
got
credit.
the credit they got the credit, just didn't get the money.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
money,
they
the
want.
money behind it. I should. Let me correct that, because as
No,
as artists,
I understood what you meant because they can get all the
Yeah.
credit. You can praise them when you want to, but listen, you could praise me a million times, but if that praise was equal to $1 million, then what's the point?
point exactly.
Exactly. So I mean, my whole point on that, to move on, is I just feel like there's going to be a lot of people that feel the way you feel, Ralph. There's going to be a lot of people that feel the way you feel, Kev. I just feel that, it's kind of diabolical for all of these news outlets to make this a big deal, because all it's going to do is hurt him. It's not going to help him, because you
and that's
can't
the whole
really
point of
help
it.
him, because
That's
the
the whole
people
point
that
of it.
are the only people that are going to this Comic-Con or going to this convention, they already know he's going to be there. They already know his price. You're not going to drive too many extra people there by reporting it, right? So it's just, oh my God, everyone's going to just, a line of people going to run to this convention to go pay to take a picture with Jonathan Majors. You will get some, but very, very few, will
And
do
again,
that.
and like you said, it's a
Mostly the
horror
people that are
convention.
going.
It's a
The
horror convention.
fans
So
of that convention are going to go there. They're going to see him. And some people are going to take pictures with him. And he might make a nice little bag. But you know what? Like I said, when it's just like, oh, you putting it out there like it's news and it's big deal, that can hurt his bag. And I think that's straight diabolical. I'm sorry.
I think it would be interesting from the since we're discussing this, if he was somewhere where one of us was at, to actually go there, and because he says he's going to be there one day, to actually see how many people are online to meet Jonathan Majors over the course of that day. Is it like a big swell of people, or is it just people come by because they just see him and they walk away, or try to talk to him? I think it would be interesting just from that perspective to see if this case that's happened to him, how it, because I think that's the best way for you to judge how the public is viewing you. Do people come up to you and want to take a picture, or just an autograph? No, either or do they just see you and just walk away?
You're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a mixture. I think you're gonna have some people that take a picture with him in support of him, as a result of this case, and also because they, fan of his work. You're gonna get the people that are just strictly fans of his work. You might just get people that are strictly fans of Lovecraft Country, and be like, yeah, I want to take a picture with him, So I mean, it's gonna be a mixture. And who knows? Obviously, we all know none of these people get rich at these Comic Cons, but it's just some money for them.
But
they get a chance
I'm gonna lie. What
be with
I
the
would love to
fans.
do is what I would love. Sorry, Wes, not to cut you off. What I would love to do is taking Ralph's point of what he said to do. I would pay the $150 to talk to him, to get like a good 5 minute. Keep your picture, keep your autograph. Let me get 5 minutes of your time.
Yeah, I might be in agreement with that one. If that gave me 5 minutes to tell this brother, say, listen, man, from me to you was robbed. You caught a short end of the stick, but please don't let that stop you from progressing. If that 150 gave me the chance to do that one, I am totally in with that one. But you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna have his punk ass handler there that worked for Comic-Con said, listen, he can't take up your time. He ain't got nothing else to do right now, bro. Let me talk to him.
He's sitting here taking.
He's sitting here.
Especially end of the night, no line, or beginning of the day, no line.
I don't care if it is a line. Shit, I paid my money.
I paid my money.
Say. And it's not like you. And it's not like you speak in fire on you speak in life into him. So what the hell? You know what I'm saying? You speak in life into the brother. So guess what? He gonna want us. If that handler come to move you, he might tell him, nah, let him talk.
Let him talk. You know why? Because I've seen stuff like when he's on the red carpet and people are there and they pull him to the side and talk to him, and you see him, Jonathan Majors up there crying, because I think he doesn't expect people to have his back. I think they really, he always, I think he expects that everybody is against him because I mean I think I would feel that way too. So
Yeah,
to
most
have
people
your
probably would.
peers sit there and say, look, man, you caught a raw deal is one aspect. To have the people that don't really know you that just watch you on the screen to say, yo, man, what happened to you was fucked up, but please don't let it stop you from being you. I think that's much more impactful I
It
think
is
will be
more
much more in
impactful.
his life.
And every time he hears that, almost every time you see something like that happen, he starts welling up because he understands. Like you said, he probably doesn't realize how much people feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because all he really hears is the hate.
Yeah.
All he really sees, that's the only thing that's publicized. The hate is publicized. Nobody
Not the
reports
love,
on
not the
all of the
love.
right,
The love
right.
is
No
not
one
because
reports on the love.
the
No one reports
love.
on the
Listen,
love.
the love just like the love, just like the lie. It's it's easier to push the lie than it is to push the love and the truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
you know
that's
what?
what it is
I
too.
bet you, if one of us was there and we did that, he say, "Listen, man, do you want? Let's take a picture together."
Yeah.
He would sit to say, "I want to take a picture with you because you
Yeah.
came up and instead of taking a photo, you just gave me some encouragement. Maybe today I wasn't feeling great. Maybe today I was nervous of how I was going to be received here, but you just
Yeah.
gave me that reassurance. So I'd be more than it'd be an honor to take a picture with you. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, I mean, because right now, even what you just said got me all jammed up. Because
Yeah.
I couldn't approach the brother to even because I would be jammed up. I'd be jammed up trying to talk to him. He's like,
Yeah.
it was it me that was in trouble or you? Why are you crying?
exactly. Why?
Like, because
Yeah.
man,
I
it's
mean,
like I
that's
feel so bad for this brother, man. They
I
got such
know.
a raw deal, and it's like
Raw,
you can't catch a
raw
break.
deal,
You can't
raw
catch a break.
deal.
yeah.
You
He
know,
can't catch a break at all.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
this
and this is funny
Marvel
because
thing.
I didn't realize this is his first ever com conference appearance convention signing appearance. He's never done any of them.
I'm gonna tell you who told me to
You
do
know.
that. I guarantee you that was an idea of making good. She was like, you know what, dude, you got to get out here and make some bread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't
I
scoff
mean,
at it. This is your slowly making your way back. And
yeah.
yeah.
the more you
And
make yourself more
right.
accessible to the public, the more
Or you're
public
gonna come
opinion
back
starts to
faster. You're gonna
sway.
come back a whole
Right.
lot
Yeah.
faster.
I think it's more that than anything because let's not act like this man didn't make a lot of money. Now we don't know. We're not in his pockets, but we know that the contracts that he did do, he made good money from. So we don't know we don't know his spending habits. We don't know what's in his pockets. But the bottom line is, I don't think he's doing it strictly for the money. I think it's a mixture of getting because you're not gonna get rich off of one convention. You got to go
Nope.
to a lot of them.
A lot of
You
them.
got to pretty much do them
You
all.
gotta do at
If
least
you
10.
Yeah,
At least
you got
10.
to do a whole circuit. If you think you're gonna make like some real money, you got to do a whole circuit
And it ain't this
of
one.
cons.
You
Not
got
this
you
one. You need to
nah,
show up at
you gotta
New
do
York
San
Comic
Diego,
Con,
New
San
York,
Diego.
Philly,
Yep. You need to show up.
San Antonio,
Yep.
Cleveland,
Dragon Con
Dragon
down in
Con,
Atlanta.
you know,
Yep.
you gotta come up to the real big ones. Like this is a nice, but this is a nice start to
Yeah.
see how Big Apple Comic Con, Winter Con here in New York City. You know, you're gonna try to Chiller. If you can't forget Chiller, because that's coming up pretty
Chiller,
soon. You know,
definitely.
but this is a good way to gauge what your reception is going to be like, and if you do, it wouldn't surprise me to see him come at one of these bigger ones later on. You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, like I said, but you got to do at least 10. But if you do it well, you could come out with a good at least 5 figure. It may be a low 5 figure, but you could come out with a good 5 figures.
Yeah,
Hey.
if you do them all, you gotta make that run. Because I seen there's a lot of people that went on that run. I remember Corey Feldman at one point was doing a run, and he was in a lot of them at one point. It's hard to get. I tell you one thing before we move on. MegaCon for next year is gonna be lit. MegaCon got some of the bigger names that I've seen at these Comic Cons that's going to be appearing and as guests. They got Tom Hiddleston, Ewan
That's a
McGregor,
wrap right. That's a wrap right there. You might as well shut down
Tom
the building right
Hiddleston,
there.
Ewan McGregor, Hayden
Oh,
Christensen.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
So they're both gonna be there. Michael J. Fox, Ke Huy Quan, Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis, and Marissa Tomei.
that's a wrap.
That's
That's a
Listen, let me
wrap,
tell
right?
you something.
That's a wrap, right?
Can we just keep it a buck? Just the Tom Hiddleston, just him alone. That's
yo.
like, if you
You know
looking to
how
go get
many
a girl,
Loki? You know how many Loki cosplayers are gonna be there?
Yeah.
yo, listen. If you looking to go get you a chick, it ain't at church. It's gonna be there because
Yeah,
let me tell you
yeah, they're
something.
gonna be there.
And you bet,
I love
and you'll try to, and don't try to pick them up before they see Tom. After they see Tom and Loki and they get their little fan on, then you go get them after the fact.
Yeah. When they nice and open. Yeah,
Yeah. Don't
but
shoot your shot.
bro, you gonna have Obi-Wan and Anakin there at the same time.
Yo,
Yo,
it's gonna be
that's gonna be take a picture with both of them. Gonna be $300
Minimum.
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 $300.
Minimum. For both of them? Minimum.
Yeah. And you know
Yeah,
what
are
it'll be?
you
It will. You know what it'll be? And it'll be against some sort of green screen where you're standing in the middle of them and they got lightsabers in their hands,
Oh
like about to.
God.
Now, I don't know, man. $300 for like. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, I'll be like, listen. I'm like, hey, baby, maybe we won't pay the light bill this month. We can be late 1 month.
We go in the government cheese for
They
this
won't
month.
cut it off to you 60 days behind.
We getting the
Listen, let me
government
tell you
cheese this
something.
month.
Let me tell you something. I'm that guy that'll be standing in line over somebody's shoulder with my camera and be like, click, click. There's my picture. See you later. And get right
I
out of
don't know,
line.
man.
I
I mean, and then Gina Davis. I mean, I listen. I was getting ready
That
to
I
go
will
to
pay
bed.
for.
I was getting ready to go to bed the other night, and I don't know why BET was running it, but BET was running the Long Kiss Goodnight, and I was
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
ain't seen this in a minute, and
I watch that every Christmas. Every Christmas, that's on my Christmas list of movies
Wow.
that I watch every Christmas. Let me tell you something. That's a ticket that I will pay for. She was in. Did you go see Blink twice yet, Ralph?
no.
She's in Blink twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
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 Nah,
Yo, that's
but I mean,
funny. And I throw this in now. I know obviously this is different but you got fans that are animated voice actors. So we got my man Matt Lanter. That's the guy who plays Anakin on the Clone Wars. He voices Anakin on the Clone Wars. You got
Shamik Moore.
the guy
Whoa.
Shamik Moore, yeah, who voices Miles Morales. Obviously you got him. Ashley Eckstein, who does Eckstein, who does.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait, back up. Wait, Pretty Boy Shamik Moore from SWAT?
No, that's Shamar Moore. No, Shamik
That's
Moore.
Shamar
okay.
Moore.
Oh, okay, all right.
Shamik Moore is the dude who was in the Wu-Tang show. He played Raekwon.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, okay, got you.
He
the
voices
rapper.
Miles
Yeah, got
rapper,
you. Yeah.
whatever he is. I don't know. Whatever you are.
Yeah. And then you got Ashley Eckstein, who is the voice of Ahsoka from the cartoons. And you got Kathleen. How's she pronounce her last name? Herles. Basically, the voice of Dora the Explorer. Are you kidding me?
Well, you got Chris Sarandon, the Pumpkin King. I mean,
Chris Sarandon. Yeah, it's cool, man. They got they killing it. And I'm not even up on anime. They got anime guests, and I don't even know who these people are. But that is a whole nother cult following. These anime characters.
It really is. It really
fans.
is.
Forget about it. Gaming stars. What? There's a such thing?
No,
the voices.
I saw this thing on ESPN about a month or so, 2 months and a half ago. It was about these kids that were doing online gaming, and they have a whole cult following. They they actually went and had they incorporated themselves, and you could actually buy their stock on the stock exchange, but they just plummeted now. But for a minute there, they were like the hottest thing going. They were seen as superstars, and I was like, for playing video games, and they weren't even playing them. They were recording people playing them and then putting the YouTube videos on, and that's how they become. It was like Fort something.
Fortnite.
It was no. That's
Fortnite.
the no. Not, it wasn't the game. It was their group was called Fort something, and
Okay.
they became this world famous thing, and they were in all kinds of commercials, and I was like, who for recording video games?
You know what? It must
and
those they must be the kids that started that, because
Yeah.
now on YouTube, like my granddaughter, she watches because Minecraft and is like the big thing with kids now, and she watches like some of these people, they make whole stories with Minecraft, or then they'll have like there's these two girls, they're friends, and they do Minecraft, and that's all they do, and they got like millions of views from kids just watching other kids watch somebody play video games. It's the weirdest thing ever. Like I don't know. It's weird to me.
No, they do it all the time, and this is where my nerd behind. This is where my money is going. They got comic creators. They got Frank Miller. They got Jeff Johns. They got Joe Quesada. They got Andy Kubert, son of the great Joe Kubert, who also drew Ill Batman. Yeah, they got my man who did the Wolverine. The one, remember the one that they highlighted in Deadpool, the one that fought the Hulk in the brown costume. They got him too, Steve McNiven.
Oh, here it is.
That's my favorite Wolverine. That's the movie I'm waiting to see.
In the brown and yellow costume, as opposed to
the brown, yellow, and black.
Yeah.
Here it is. The group I'm talking about, they were called the FaZe Clan. That's who they were. The FaZe Clan. They were like the first professional esports team to make it big, and they had. Yeah, they had a whole following. They still do, but they got a whole following.
They got a whole following. Yeah, it's crazy. And then they even got cosplayers. So then you mean to tell me people are going to pay?
Yes.
Cosplay.
I
There's a
watched
girl who does.
What's her name? Is that the Asian chick?
Her name is Rachel Matsky. She's the Wonder Woman. Then you got, this is a female who plays Jack Sparrow, Allison Tabitha, but she looks just like Jack Sparrow as a female though. Wow, this is wild, bro. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, we'll see. Good luck to Jonathan Majors. I hope he does well at the convention. I hope he does more. If he does more than that, then I think however this turns out might make him decide to do more. Because this is I don't know how big this one is because I don't really know about this one, but I'm wondering if is he allowed to do a Comic-Con?
Oh my God! This is the girl I got a picture with her, and her I think it was her boyfriend at the time. This chick Rachel Matsky. She was at I think she was at New York Comic-Con the last time that I was there. When I was there when this is around the year the Deadpool was coming out, and they had all the Deadpools and it was crazy. But it was her, and I don't know whether that dude was her boyfriend or who. But when I tell you this mother sucker was like, he looked like Superman. Like he was the same size as what's his face, who played Man of Steel. Help me, y'all. What'd you say? Henry Cavill. Yeah, he was the same size as Henry Cavill. It was her and that dude was walking around as Wonder Woman and Superman, and I was like, oh my God, they look, and boy, her body is,
yeah.
Good
Lord. So yeah, so that's that. So anywho, did you guys see? We're gonna talk a little bit about some of the fall. The fall is gonna be lit. Like I think the movies line up for this fall. I haven't been this interested in fall movies in a while. Like meaning like I haven't been interested in the thrillers slash horror movies in a while. There's been a lot that's been coming up that I'm like, oh, I want to see that. Oh, I want to see that. Normally I'm like, meh. But speak starting with Speak No Evil, I definitely want to see that. Um, which is out now. I want to check that out. We have that other movie is out as well now too. In this BuzzFeed list, BuzzFeed put together a list of 38 exciting movies coming out this fall that you'll absolutely want to see. And
I don't know. I took a look.
Number
I
two
took a look
on
at
the
that
list.
list. No, no, bro. I lie that stuff in there. No, I'm not interested to see. But
Oh God, I
some,
gotta go look at this list now.
yeah, go look
Number
at it.
two
Some
on
stuff I
that
was
list
like,
is
nah.
The Front Room. Some of them I've never seen any trailers or anything to them, so I can't really decide if I want to see them or not. But I know off this list, definitely I've already saw Beetlejuice, but The Front Room, I want to see that. I saw a trailer for
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's
That's
you
the
gotta
movie
hurry
with
up to see that.
Brandy.
That's actually gonna leave soon. That's with Brandy, right?
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah,
with Brandy. Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
gone in another
I
week or
might go
so.
see that tomorrow. I might go see that tomorrow. Catch it. It's still in my theater. Um, then they got what else did I want to see here? I don't know what the killing game is. The killer's
Oh,
game.
that's with Batista. That's with
That's
Batista.
with
But
Dave
it
Batista.
came
Yeah.
out Friday. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's the one
Uh,
where he's an assassin and he thinks he's
yeah.
dying of
yeah.
cancer,
It's
and
dying.
then he
Yeah,
finds out he's not really dying, and he hired all these assassins to kill him, and now
Yeah.
he can't rescind the kill order. So now
Okay. Oh, got you. So it's like a comedy now.
yeah.
yeah,
Comedy
yeah.
action movie.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Okay. I saw the trailer for that. My old ass. That looks stupid. Um, Transformers One. Yeah, I'm gonna check that. Shout out to Tony Perez. I know he had said something about. I guess maybe he saw an early screening of it. He said that it was great. Um, cool. I mean, he did say, "Oh, it's the best one ever." I'm like, okay, pump your brakes. I'm not buying that
It's
till I
all
see it.
listen, look, bro. The best Transformers movie is Transformers the movie, the animated
The
movie.
movie.
That's the
Yeah,
best one. So stop it.
that's the best one. Yeah, so I don't want to
You
talk
gotta
about.
you get no argument from me there.
And then I'm gonna go with the first Transformers movie, the original one. But everything else,
I'm gonna go
and
with
maybe
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, maybe
Second.
Bumblebee.
Yeah. I go with Bumblebee because I loved Bumblebee. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see this one. I'm sure it's fine. Um, what else is on here? I never saw the trailer yet for Never Let Go. That's a Holly Berry flick.
I did that. I'm interested to see. It looks kind of sort of like I hate to say it, but a black version of A Quiet Place. That's what it kind
Okay.
of sort of looked like.
Okay.
But I was
Then
like,
you
yeah,
got Wolves. That looks stupid to me. It's a comedy. I mean, it's Brad Pitt and George Clooney. They're always good in movies together, but I'm not going on my way to see that. Um, Megalopolis, I'll see that. Um,
Man,
how,
you should go with some stuff. You didn't say The Substance with Demi Moore.
oh, I missed that one. Yeah, The Substance. Yeah, let's check that out. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Uh, what he said, Megalopolis.
Oh
Oh no,
no,
Megalopolis.
that wolf thing with Brad Pitt and George
Yeah.
Clooney, that's gonna be funny. That's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that's
but
gonna be a
I'm
comedy.
not big on comedies. I'm not big on. I don't really like comedies like
I
that.
like action comedies like
I'm
that.
not a
That
big
that
fan
I'm
of
definitely
those.
going to see that.
Of course, Joker, Folly Ado, which is 14 on the list. The Outrun. I never saw the trailer for that. That looks like Saoirse Ronan in that picture. I like her. I'm a fan of her and her acting. So it might be pretty good. Saturday night, I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, that's a
I
must see.
definitely want to see
That
that.
is a must see. Saturday night.
Yeah, gotta see that, man. I love the trailer for it and everything.
And you skipped over another one. You skipped over Lee.
I don't know what that is. What is Lee?
That's with Kate Winslet. That's the one where she's the first woman photographer that ever went to that ever went into like she was
War
the first
zone.
woman female combat
Oh, the War
photographer.
Zone. Call,
Yeah,
come. Okay. Yeah, I have heard of that. I never saw the trailer though.
yeah.
Uh,
They just recently started showing the trailers. I saw that 2 weeks ago when I went to the movies.
oh, okay. There's a movie called We Live in Time. That's with Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh.
I'm tempted to see it because I think Florence Pugh is sexy. I really truly
Yeah.
do. I really truly like that chick. That chick is. But
That's
it's
why
like if
I like to call her Florence Pew Pew Pew. 'Cause you could take these shots.
Oh Lord.
yeah,
Take these
oh
back.
yeah, shit.
Um,
But she walked out
Smile
naked
too.
in Oppenheimer. I was like, yeah,
I know.
Oh,
I know,
mm,
right?
mm.
Like, yeah, something about the explode. No, let me stop. No, but Smile too, of course. I'll check
Ah,
that out.
that's the one right there.
And
Out of
like I
everything,
said, man, I haven't been excited about seeing horror movies in a long time. But I did like Smile because it was different, and I was like, oh, this is different, you know. Hey, so I like stuff, certain things that come along that I feel is different. That's what attracts me, and I'll give it another shot or a shot at the sequel. It's just like how I felt when Final Destination first happened. I went into Final Destination not knowing what it was about or anything. I didn't even see a trailer for it, and I was pleasantly surprised how good it was and how different it
yeah,
was at the time.
yeah.
You know,
I really liked it.
yeah, I was
yeah,
I
like, wow.
really
I'll
liked
tell you,
it.
no,
that's one thing I have to do. I need obviously trailers all out. You hard to escape them, but the few times that I went into a movie not seeing a trailer for it at all, or not just seeing a trailer, not knowing anything about it, I was very pleased. That was definitely stick out is the one I just said, um, Final Destination, and I always bring this up, Mr. Brooks. I just went. We were
Oh
going to see
that
man,
was a
something
good one.
else. Yeah, we were going to see something else, and I think it was sold out or something. Because I think Mr. Brooks came out around the same time as Superman Returns or something. Like it was another big movie that was out, and it kind of flew under the radar because of that big movie that was out. And I was like, I forgot what it was about. I was like, let's go see Mr. Brooks. What is it about? I don't know. Let's go. It's got Kevin Costner in it. Let's check it out. Demi Moore. It can't be that bad. you know,
it was
went to
so
see.
good,
Oh
man.
man, it was so good. That movie was awesome. So
That's why I be
dope.
telling
So
people like
dope.
about like when I worked in that movie theater and I saw stuff like Near Dark.
Yeah.
There was not a whole. I don't remember a whole lot of trailers being played over the. That's something for Near Dark, but Near Dark and The Hidden. I love them. There were
Mm.
some of the um hell. What's that? Not Serpent in the Rainbow. The other one, Prince of Darkness. Love it.
Yeah.
Love that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, yeah, that was an
So
awesome flick.
I mean, there's a lot obviously that's not on this list that well, what else is on here? The funny thing is, I don't really care to see Venom. I'm gonna see it, but
It's the end. It's the
I'm
end.
not right. Yeah,
Let's
I'm
just
not
wrap it up.
running to the theaters, but I will go see it. Now, Craven, I'm interested in seeing that. Craven the Hunter. I am interested in seeing Craven.
I am not, unfortunately, because it's not. It's not going to be. I am really holding these people accountable to their comic book accuracy, and I'm not. I don't know. I'm not, and I love that the guy that's acting as Craven. I love him as an actor. He's an awesome actor. Um,
Yeah.
Great actor. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not. The whole thing.
Hyped about it.
Yeah, it's like the father leaving him in it, and Sony has done such a bad job with and it's the only reason why they make these movies, and not caring about whether they're good or not, is because they're just trying to hold on to the Spider-Man properties. That's because they
Yeah,
have to. A part of their contract is they have to keep making movies, even if Spider-Man is not in it. It's got to
yeah.
be something related to the Spider-Man universe. So as
Spider-Man.
long as
They
they
might
keep making
mention him.
films.
You notice how they make these films and they mention him in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And they, or at least they try to hint to mention him. But yeah, they do that. Now I don't care. I'm watching Red One. That shit looks funny to
Yes.
me. I'm sorry.
Yes, I do want to see that.
I'm going to see that. That looks funny. My man said, "Yo, he's a level 2 NL. He's a level 2 naughty lister."
Yo, that shit is going to be hilarious.
I know. That's
My
gonna
man
be a
said,
good
"No,
time.
what He said, "Not that list." Yeah, that list. You heard me. That list, the naughty list. Wicked. I think I'll see that.
Oh, I'm definitely
I'm definitely
that's
seeing that one.
yeah.
Y'all, look, I already said it. Y'all better not
Well,
mess it up. You better not mess it up. Sorry,
Not
I
better, not
love the.
better.
I
Dead
heard.
not, dead
I'm,
not.
You
I,
better not mess it
I'm
up.
hearing that they're taking a lot from the play, so I don't think they're gonna mess it up.
Even still, they done that with other movies from plays. I mean,
Yeah.
they wrecked Rent. They wrecked Rent. You know,
Mm.
Les Miserables and Chicago are probably the
Mhm.
two that really stand out. That were pretty
Good,
good.
decent.
If you never saw the play, but Wicked, like I said, you bet not mess it up. You bet not.
Nah, bro. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry you feel that way, Kev. I am definitely going to see Craven the Hunter. This poster alone is so badass.
Yeah, listen. The
With him
poster's
sitting on
badass.
that throne.
Yo, listen, the
Oh my
poster's
god.
badass. But again, that the Craven the Hunter should be a rated R movie. That's first.
It
That's
is
first.
rated R.
Is it?
I think it is rated R. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it
well, maybe
is. It is rated R.
it
It
is
is rated
okay. Then maybe I'll change my tune. Then maybe.
Because the trailer they have out is a red band trailer. That's how you know it's rated R. They got a red
Oh
band
yeah.
trailer out, and
Well,
it's bloody
they
as
only showed in the movie theater. They only showed the green band trailer. They never showed the red band trailer in the
no, the
theaters.
red band trailer is bloody as F. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. This is.
I mean,
I'm,
I think the
I
other thing.
rely on Aaron Taylor Johnson is a good actor. I think he's gonna body this role, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he might. Like I said, he's a great actor. I love him as an actor. I just
Yeah.
and I think the other thing that kind of turned me off was how the person, whoever it is that they got playing Rhino, he's he turns into the Rhino. I'm like, what's that? Because that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like
but
just
there's a lot of things that I mean, you know how they adapt things. Sometimes
I,
it happens.
I know, and I'm
I
being
mean,
petty.
Electro
I'm
and
sorry, Ralph. I
this.
am Ralph. I'm sorry. I am. I'm being that comic book guy. I'm being like just the accuracy, like because the Rhino was a guy in a suit.
I know, but that's kind of corny.
It is.
A guy
It
in a
is.
suit.
It's mad cornball. That's why the one that actually worked, well, the one at the end of whatchamacallit, where the dude rolled up in that mechanical
Oh, I
Rhino
hated
suit.
that one. I
Oh,
hated that one.
I
That
like
was
that
terrible
one.
to me.
That's what I could
That's
have
why
rocked with.
they poked fun at it in that last Spider-Man movie. Because that was crazy. If that's the case, you might as well just let him. And they poked fun at that, like what mechanical suit? Everybody was like, what? He's like, yeah, because he felt like he just didn't reach their levels. He's like, yeah, I fought a guy in a mechanical suit. They're like, oh, you fought this guy, you fought a Green Goblin, you fought that. Yeah, I fought some guy in a mechanical suit. What? Yeah, but nah, man. I mean, hey, they're gonna make it. I like to see what they do with it.
I just don't want to. I don't want to be, because I wasn't disappointed with Morbius, but come to find out they did with that, like what they did with like what DC did with a lot of movies. A lot of that movie was on the cut room floor, and Jared Leto bodied that as Morbius. I don't care what nobody says. He looked good because I used to buy the Morbius comics.
I
And I'm
thought
telling you,
it wasn't his acting that was the problem. I didn't like the way they did the story. The writing wasn't great. And maybe it was the way they cut it, but the way they cut it made it seem like the writing wasn't great. But I didn't have any problem with his acting. I think I hope he gets an opportunity to play Morbius again, just with a better writer.
yeah. Because
what
even for that to be his origin story was great. Like, I like what they did with that being his origin story. I just it was just a lot of that movie was I think they could have just took it in a different direction and did a lot better with it. This is why I
Well, once
keep saying,
again, they try to make that PG-13.
yeah, they did.
That's
That's why they did
fine.
all that editing and cut out a lot of the film to make it PG-13,
Right.
and they ruined it. They ruined it. And this is why I keep
That's
saying,
why
and
I'm glad that they're just saying screw it with this one. Well, they kind of, because are the Venoms PG-13 or they are?
I don't remember.
I think they're PG-13.
Oh, they're
Probably.
PG-13 as well.
I think they're PG-13.
Yeah, I'm glad they're just going full blown with Craven. Like, screw it, we going in. It's gonna be R. It's gonna be, I mean, come on. Marvel just proved that R-rated films obviously still make money. So
Well,
you look at
but see, there
Deadpool, it's
again,
still making
they
money.
don't like. I don't. And again, I don't mean to sound like that guy, but I am that guy. I just don't. I just listen. If you can't respect the material, if you can't respect the origins of it, even if you're going to make changes, and I understand, but like everything cannot be comic book accurate all the time, because there's
Because some
sometimes you got to play to an audience that doesn't
let's
understand.
right. And let's
That
be
doesn't.
honest, Kev, some of these Spider-Man characters are corny. Some of these Spider-Man villains are super corny.
But
Like,
but here's the thing: they are, but they work so good on paper, and because we used our imaginations while reading these comics, like Scorpion. That's the reason why you'll probably never see the Scorpion in a movie. Not in no full
well,
blown green
he's
costume.
actually been right, not in the same type of costume, but maybe. I mean, he was actually a formidable opponent to
But right,
Spider-Man, but
he was kicking Spider-Man's butt a lot
people
of the
like the
time.
Rhino, the Shocker, these guys were always. That's why they made fun of him in the movie. Oh, he's a
But
shocker. You shock things.
but it was so dope. It was, but
Those
he was.
guys were. He would bag them up in 4 panels.
Yeah, and Kat, I kind of agree with that. I mean, I know you guys have always got on me about the core, the source material. I'm of the opinion you keep the source material, but don't. It doesn't have to be 100%. You take the main pieces of the source material. If you got to
Yeah,
update it for today's time, then I mean
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
you got to do.
exactly.
Like,
Agreed.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, you have to.
I'm with that
You
one.
gotta
But
somehow.
but all I sat there said, as far as the source material where we disagree, is that if there's something specific to that character, like Spider-Man, you don't give me a Spider-Man where Spider-Man got his powers from drinking the potion. No, he got them because he got bit from a spider. That that's what you don't change.
No, you can't change that. And to be funny, to be honest with you, um, I had my biggest problem with, obviously, that everyone's biggest problem with remeets was the organic webs. Even though it wasn't a bad decision to make a change like that because it's not unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? So that's just strictly saying, hey, whatever. What now? I justified my reason by not liking it. It wasn't because I didn't like the decision. I did like the decision because that makes sense. Organically, you can spin webs like a spider, right? I got you on that. My issue with it was it takes away from the building of the character. The fact that Peter Parker is one of the smartest characters in the Marvel universe, that he was able to create a synthetic web using his mind, using his brain. That
Like
part
he's on the same
was
level
taken
as Tony
away.
Stark. He was smart.
That he's just smart. He's just younger, you know. But that's why I was saying, okay, you're taking away his smarts by taking away the webs. And as you saw in the second or third one, whichever one that he was having the web block, the mental block, they did that because
There was a part in the
one
comic
of the
book.
right. Well, that too, but they really did it because one of the major issues that you have with Spider-Man is sometimes he runs out of webs.
Yeah.
And he has to now find a way to still fight and defeat this person without his webs. Or his web, or maybe he might be in a rough fight and his web shooters get jammed or they get broken. So now he has to figure out how to fight it. So to me, you're lowering the stakes by doing that. So that's why that was my reason. But the decision to say he has organic webs, I did not have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I wrestled with that. But think about this when it comes to changing things. What if Marvel decided not to change Thanos's purpose for the Infinity Gauntlet? His purpose in the comic book was not the same purpose from the movie.
Oh, that would have been. That would have.
I don't
You know what?
know.
I don't think that would have been good. He wouldn't have had the depth. He wouldn't have had the depth that he has.
He most absolutely would have, because
Nah,
now
'cause
you
he was
change.
doing it for love. He was doing it
Yeah,
for
exactly. He was doing
to
it for the
impress
love. He was
Lady
doing it
Death.
for the love of death.
That's not
Of Lady
yeah,
Death.
but that's not but that's not his depth. You don't like, to me, that's why in the comics he obviously isn't as likable as he is on screen, because how many people actually like Thanos on screen? They actually agreed with Thanos. A lot of people agreed with Thanos on screen. They're like, Thanos was right. There's too many motherfuckers in this universe.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. Here's where I didn't agree with what Thanos did. Because number one, technically speaking, Thanos is an Eternal. But that point aside, that means even with saying that, Thanos is a very smart, very bright individual. He's not a dummy, and he got hands. Oh my God, he got hands.
But they didn't portray him as though. He is
But
very smart.
and that's my point, because what he did was illogical. Like, you want to wipe out half of the universe, why not just create more food?
No, I think what he did, because creating more food isn't the answer, obviously, for in his
But
mind.
that obviously,
And
but that
think about why he. But here's the deal, though. We can't really say that he was illogical, because his theory was proven. His theory was proven with Gamora's world. His theory was proven, and his fear was proven with his own world. Then they didn't listen to him.
No. His theory wasn't proven, but the only thing he did was he wiped out half the population. So doing the math, okay, you wipe out half the population. Okay, now that's half the people on the planet who don't have to, who are not eating the resources and drinking the resources of the planet. It's only half the people. So of course the planet is going to thrive if you wipe out half the planet. That's
Of
just
course,
simple math.
that means but the theory is still proven. It still proves his point.
That's why it proves to be a stupid point when you can always. That's why Star Trek is so dope, And that's why that this whole thing with Thanos made no sense to me. And I love the character. Don't get me wrong. I love the character. I love what they did. I will not change it for the world. I still love his him chasing after death. I thought that was dope. But that aside, there were more logical ways of what you have the Infinity Gauntlet. Which meaning you are now, oh Lord, forgive me for saying this. You are now a god. You can make the entire universe of beings into whatever you want. So that means you could selectively go to planet by planet because you got the time stone. So that means you could do it. And now you could be like, okay, it's too many people on this planet. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move you guys over here. Or we're going to create another planet in your atmosphere. Or how about this? We'll, because I got the Infinity Gauntlet, I'll make your planet bigger.
But that
Well,
doesn't
I
solve the
think
problem.
stuff like that.
That doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah,
the reason why if
that
it's too
causes
many
more
people
problems.
on the planet, yeah,
No,
if
it
it's too
doesn't
many
cause
people,
more
because
problems. It
you
doesn't
got to
cause
also
more problems.
consider, because you
It
talk about
doesn't
like when you
cause.
said make more food, right? It's not just a food thing. You got to also consider that people.
But
let's just say, obviously, there's different beings in the world, right? But one of the problems of an overpopulated planet is just too many people. They're going to kill themselves, destroy their planet, and destroy themselves anyway. So that's one of the problems. It's the same thing that it really ain't much different from what Ultron was saying. Ultron said the same thing. Well, the only way to really save the Earth is to get rid of the humans because they're destroying the Earth.
And this is true, but this is why there's other ways of not, I don't want to get political on it, but not using up the natural resources, changing to there are other ways to do energy. It's just but again,
but it's not just energy. Even if that happens, that's not going to stop the people from warring and destroying and trying to take over. Because you create more food, that's just more food that someone's going to try to take from the next person. That's all that is.
Come on, that's not even how the world. Come on, no, let's keep it a buck. That's not even how the world works.
That is how the world is. That is how the world is.
So wait, so right now, y'all hungry, and y'all gonna go outside right now and go rob somebody for their food.
No,
wait.
You're using us as examples. That is human nature. The more people get, the more they want. That's just the human nature.
No, that's not true for everybody, man.
It's human nature. The more it's more people than not, or more people than we need that act like that. The more that's why do you think we are the way we are? Why do you think half of the country is poor? Because the people that aren't poor just want more money, and then the other people that can provide them more money provides them more money, and they keep the poor people poor. That's why. The more you get, the more you want. That's human nature. Not for every single human. But go ahead, Rob.
I mean, Kev, look at it this way. I've been around the world. I have been around the world, right? And what Wes is saying is right. How many countries in Africa are going through this right now, where you have one like warlords in Africa where they control everything, and your country is starving, right?
Well, no, and I'm not saying that's because you're 100% right on that point. And again, that's you're I cannot argue with that, because on that point you're absolutely 100% correct. There are warlords that do that because they're trying to take control of their country.
Right. But even here in the United States, I mean, do you really realize that in the United States alone, just the U.S. alone, the U.S. could wipe out hunger for good. You have farmers that are told to burn part of their crops, or burn barrels and barrels of rice that could be going to people that are starving.
Mm-hmm.
But they do it. Why? Because it's all checks and balances. Checks and balances, right? You gotta have the need.
The people in power need to stay in
power. Right. So the need has always got to outweigh your supply. Put it something like simple. PlayStation, brand new PlayStation come out, right? Everybody wants it. do they put out 1 million PlayStation 6s or 5s when they come out? No.
No.
They'll put out 50,000, but you got 5 million people that want it. The need doesn't match the supply. The need is always going to be, as long as I can always make more, the need is always going to be there. So
the need the need and relating that to Thanos' way of thinking was, and like you said, he goes off of his point being proven with Gamora's world versus his point being proven with his own world when they didn't listen to him, and look how his world turned out, his planet, I should say. And then you got Gamora's planet, even though it was obviously his execution. You can make an argument from Thanos to Ultron to Killmonger. They all had somewhat realistic motives, but their execution was wrong, right? So, but Thanos,
and that's my point. That's all I'm saying.
That's why
when
Thanos said, "All right, I have wipe out half the planet if I do." The reason why you heard what he said. This is mercy. I don't have to go and do like I did Gamora's planet. I'm just gonna snap my fingers; they'll just cease to exist. That's mercy. That ain't that's not genocide. That's mercy. And I'm not picking who's dying, who's living. It's random. So, but I know that I've proven that less people in the universe is gonna make the universe better. It's been a proven theory of his, and that's pretty much what he was going on. Plus, who knows?
It was a flawed theory. I don't care. His execution
his execution was obviously like you said. That's not the way to do it. But at the same time, because if you apply that to real life stuff, that's just like saying, I mean, hell, this planet is overpopulated now. So that's just like saying, okay, let's just start going to kill people, and that will. I mean, in theory, it probably would help, but that's just messed up. That's barbaric. You know what I'm saying? But in theory, it actually probably would help the planet if less people were on it. It would help New York City if less people were in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point that he
get the hell out. Damn tourists, get the hell out.
Get the hell out. I mean, it's all in theory, right? Just like what's his name? Just like Ultron. Ultron didn't have reason because he was a machine. But logically speaking, that's what made a difference, because he's a machine. The logical answer was to eradicate the people that are destroying the planet, the humans. That's the logical answer.
But see, here's the thing. But see, that's the thing. That's us, as human beings, trying to ascertain what a computer might do.
We're not saying what it might do. We know what a computer do. This we built them. Computers are to think in black and white logic. X's and O's.
Zeros and ones.
Zeros and ones.
Didn't you see iRobot? Wasn't that Will Smith's thing in iRobot about the robot? The computers and robots, they don't have this thing about maybe or take the human factor.
It's just simple, a simple equation to them. Yeah,
cut and dry.
It's a simple equation to them. These people are okay. What's the word I'm looking for? What is the objective? Peace on Earth. Okay. What is my equation? I have the people here that are living on Earth. They're in war. There's famine. They're doing like what Ralph just said. They're supply and demand. They're keeping this. They're doing that. They're destroying. Then you got the ozone. You got all that stuff. The environment. They're destroying the planet. So the obvious equation is to eradicate them. The planet. We will have peace on Earth.
Like that other movie where I forgot what the guy's name was, but he basically called humans parasites. What movie was that? He basically said we were parasites.
That sound like Megatron. That sounded like Megatron. I think he said that.
He might have said it. Yeah.
I can't think of what movie it is
What
now.
it is.
Daggone
That's
it.
why you
With,
see this in a lot of movies. But when if you take what Ultron said, you tell you what that Thanos just put it. Thanos thought it, but obviously Thanos had more than just logic to it. Yeah, he thought about the repercussions. He thought about it, but he felt it was worth the risk. It was worth the risk of doing it. He didn't even per se like it. He just felt like it had to be done. And that's what I mean. That's what gave the character depth. Going back to my original statement, it gave the character more depth because he actually, it's not that he didn't think about it. He was just doing it because he's a tyrant. He was doing it because he truly felt that was the only way to help to save the universe. He truly felt that hero is the villain is the hero of their own story. That's just exactly that's how a complex good villain is written. They feel they are the hero of their story because that's what he felt. He felt he was a hero. What you talk about? I'm saving. Oh, you're killing it. I'm saving everybody. No, you're not. You're killing everybody.
oh, that's who it was. It was Agent Smith that said it from the Matrix.
Oh yeah, Smith. Yeah, once again, a
A computer.
Yeah. That's what they're gonna say because that's the only answer they're gonna have with this equation. When you take all it took for Ultron to go bad, to go rogue, was a little trip over the internet. That's all
Yeah.
it took. He went through the internet and surfed the entire internet, came back like, oh, this is an easy one. Get rid of humans. That's how we saved the planet. That's how we have peace on Earth. So actually, he still was doing his main objective that Stark programmed him to do. Peace on Earth. So it's just that obviously Stark didn't want to go through that extreme. But yeah, man. So I just think the changing of these characters, sometimes they are necessary. Sometimes you have to adapt these things to make it a little more realistic. Now, a mistake? They've made plenty of mistakes. They made a mistake with Electro because that was stupid. I would have rather see him in the stupid outfit.
Even
than
Jamie
the way they
Foxx
did
said.
him. Yeah, that's why they tried to correct it the second time. When he appeared in the last Spider-Man movie, they tried to
with that
correct
damn
it.
comb over. That was one of the worst movie decisions Jamie Foxx ever made.
And even him turning blue like that was dumb. I don't know why they just. I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to say, well, let's make a look. That was back when they didn't trust. What happens now? Yeah, right. Now it's a different story. If you go all the way back to Bryan
he
Singer
didn't
and
have
all
to
of them,
have.
they
He
didn't
didn't have
trust
to
the
have those
costume.
lightning bolts coming out of his head. You could have put him in a green and yellow costume with that
Yeah,
kind of theme.
exactly. With the lightning bolts on it, Yeah, but no one trusts. But see, I think where they really started trusting the costumes is when they pulled off Mysterio. Because I didn't never think
Oh
they'd
my
pull that off.
God. Yo,
When they
when they
pulled off
did that,
Mysterio, I said, okay, now that shows me if you could do that, you could do any costume. Right. Because I even thought that was kind of dumb in the comics. I was like, that's a stupid thing. I'm like, they're not gonna do
no, Mysterio looks so dope in the comics, and they got it
like, well, it's
so
differently drawn.
right.
Right. They got it so right though.
Even
That's
with
what I mean. Like,
who they got to play, even getting Homeboy to play him, they even got the right person to play him. And that
Gyllenhaal is
character's not dead, by the way.
He's one of the
Mysterio's
better.
not dead.
No, he's one of the best actors of his little time.
Jake
He's
Gyllenhaal
a
is
really
a
good
beast.
actor. Jake Gyllenhaal's a really good actor. All I got to say, if people question, Jake Gyllenhaal, there's no question of him. You watch Nightcrawler, watch that film that he did with Tobey Maguire, which actually made me really respect Tobey Maguire's acting.
Oh yeah,
I didn't
brother.
realize he was a beast like that.
That movie, that when he came home and when he saw the two of them in his kitchen, he went ballistic. I was like, yo, yeah, that was deep. That was
First of all, them two actually do look like brothers. They looked really good at like them two. They looked like they were, They did really good playing
because of
those
their
characters.
eyes. Their eyes make them
Because
look
of the
alike.
eyes, it kind of like favor each other. It looked like I really bought that they were brothers, right? The only other person who looks just like him to me is my man from you know what I'm talking about. Is it Harry Potter?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
who
yeah,
had,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The dude
Him
that
and
play Harry Potter.
Maguire
Yeah.
look a lot alike, yeah. Him and Maguire look a lot. And the other guy. There's another guy too. The other guy, they all kind of favor each other. You got Harry Potter, but you got the other guy. What's his name? He was in Lord of the Rings. He was one of the elves.
Oh, the guy that
Or
played
one of
Frodo.
what's his name?
Yeah, the guy that played Frodo. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Oh God damn it.
Why am I it's not Noah something. It's
Yeah, that's his name. I think. No, yeah, Frodo.
no, what the hell is his name, man? Yeah,
I know
he's another one. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood, yeah.
He's another one who favors Tobey Maguire. Like they would definitely look like brothers. But anyhow,
he looks more like Tobey Maguire than
Harry
what's his
Potter,
face than Harry Potter.
Yeah. He looks a lot him and Tobey Maguire. But yeah, you see that movie, man. Like Jake Gyllenhaal could act, man. He's a good actor.
Yo, that ambulance. Yo, it's just
Nightcrawler,
everything.
man. Nightcrawler.
Yo, Nightcrawler that movie was crazy.
He got robbed.
Zodiac.
Zodiac. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He didn't even get nominated for Nightcrawler for anything, I don't think. Not any award, and I feel that.
I think he was robbed. He was robbed.
Yeah, I think he got snubbed. He got snubbed for that one, and I think he got snubbed for Nocturnal Animals or Nocturnal Creatures, Nocturnal Animals. What was it called? Nocturnal. The one with him and the girl, the lady from the AMC movie theater intermission things before the movie started. Nicole Kidman, yeah.
Nicole Kidman, yeah.
What was the name of that movie? I think it was Nocturnal Creatures. That was where he was the writer, and his wife and
it's called Nocturnal Animals. That's
Nocturnal Animals. Yeah. That movie was crazy.
That's my Jake Gyllenhaal he's a great actor, man. I really enjoy his acting, man. So
he's in my top 5.
He's definitely doing his thing. But speaking of good actors, I definitely want to go check out Speak No Evil, because that dude, talk about good acting.
Oh, that's another one of my favorites too.
That dude is a beast, man.
He can flip so many scripts on you, like
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy is.
Oh my god, yo! If you just look at that trailer, how he goes in and out of sanity and whatever, you could just tell. That movie looks so ill, man. That movie looks so ill. I gotta go see these movies by myself.
And they got my girl. I love her, and they got her playing. The other dude's wife. Those are the two. And that and again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't want to judge it. But those are my two favorite actors in that movie. I loved her from the TV show. Damn it, why can't I think of the name of it now? Where they basically was going back to the 80s with the start of the startup of computer company. It was about a computer company. I can't remember which one it was.
Silicon Valley.
I think that's what it was.
The Pirates of Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, and
the Pirates of Silicon Valley, maybe.
And I think that's what it was. What? She's the same girl who played the Terminator. One of the other came back. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her too. She's pretty good.
She and her body is crazy. But anyway, that's a whole nother point.
Body is crazy.
Let me stop being sexist.
I mean, it ain't being you ain't being sexist. You're just being a man. It is what it is. Her body is sick. Yeah. What do you say? She worked hard for it, so somebody need to compliment her.
Both of you guys are pigs. I'm just saying. Both.
We're all pigs.
Somebody gotta say it. Both you guys are pigs.
Yeah, man. Pigs. Man, let me tell you. Bro, she work hard for the body.
Money.
She worked hard for that body. So
Most certainly did. Oh my God.
let's give her credit due. She killed that. Yeah, she's in this movie too. So Mackenzie Davis is her name.
Davis, yes.
Davies, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see. I'm probably gonna see that and the Brandy movie because it's gonna go out, and we'll check that out. Now, did you get a chance to see? I put the thing I put the trailer there. You get a chance to see the trailer for Salem's Lot, Ralph?
I saw it. All
right.
Yeah.
Now,
It looks good. I don't really. I've only seen the original Salem's Lot once, and I don't really remember it too tough.
Okay.
But it looked pretty creepy. It could be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool. I mean, because it seems like this one might be, and I'm just guessing, it might be a cross between the original Salem's Lot and then they did make like a sequel to it, which I didn't really like the sequel to it, but some of the elements of both of them I saw in this trailer. But Salem's Lot was a creepy ass film. Man, oh man. I mean the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I never read the book. I had one of my friends from from college read the book. And she was like, I couldn't sleep for a week when I read Salem's Lot, the book. And I was like, dang, it's like that. She was like,
And
yeah,
that's why I never read. That's why I
no.
never read none of those Stephen. That's why
Like,
to
you
this
gotta
day.
read it? I'm like, hell no.
That's why to this
And I
day I have
believe
never.
in the book, the whole town is kind of affected. Because see, in the original, not the whole town was affected. You had a few people, and then you had that main head vampire. But
Yeah.
in the story of the book, I believe the whole town, or not the whole town, but most of the town
Got
was
infected.
Yeah, it got affected by this whole.
Well, no, let's change that because you know what?
They
Because
got
even
bit.
they got bit. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
even in
they didn't get infected.
even in Brian Lumley's thing, they consider vampirism to be a parasitic thing that
Right.
actually this like
Yeah, with
actually
this,
builds up inside, kind
these
of like what they did in
motherfuckers
Blade
got
too.
bit.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
and
Like what they did in Blade 2. Yeah, these guys got bit. So
yeah. And I mean, this dude, I don't know what this vampire looks like. I'm kind of nervous to even know what he looks like. What I am mad about is, I'm going to find a way to share this with HBO. Why is this not in theaters?
Why is this not
If I'm going to be scared, if I'm going to have something scare the boots off of me, I want to be at a movie theater. So that way, when I come home, I don't have to be looking at. And listen, I'm just gonna say it. I'm 53 years old, and yeah, I still see shadows in the dark, in the shadows. So I don't want to be at home and looking out the peripheral of my eye, thinking that I'm seeing shadows and shit, or sleeping with night lights on for a week. Like, that movie. It's only two movies that ever made me do that. That and when The Ring first came out. I went to go see The Ring. I got back on the train to come back home. I couldn't sleep for a week. And the funny thing is, when I was on the train going to the movie theater to go see it, the girl I was talking to on the train, she was like, "Yo, I couldn't sleep for a week." I was like, "Really? It's that good?" She's like, "It's that good." She's like, "It's that scary."
Yeah, it was creepy. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm not the biggest horror fan. I mean, there's a bunch of horror movies that like upset me, but that was one of them. I was like, hold on, I could watch this videotape and some crazy chick is gonna come out through the TV screen with water. Like what?
Yo, listen, dripping wet, corpus. Listen, and that's what I feel about Salem's Lot. When Wes called me today to inform me that this trailer was on TV. Now, mind you, over the weekend, Sunday after the first round of football was over, I was, trying to figure out where. Then I was too lazy to get on my computer, so I was trying to figure out where the next thing was. And I figured it was going to be on Peacock. But when I went to go back to my home screen on Amazon, a whole bunch of stuff with Salem's Lot just popped up. I was like, "What was this?" I'm like, "Oh, great! I forgot about Salem's Lot." I was like, "Yay!" Because I got it packed away in a box, so I can't watch it. So I was like, "Oh, good! I'm gonna buy this." And I was like, "Wait, let me slow down," because I start buying movies. I go on a buying spree when I'm on Amazon, so I had to stop myself. And I went to go look on that one. Then there was a Salem's Lot 2. I never saw it. I didn't even know there was a Salem's Lot 2. And then the one with Rob Lowe. So I put all those to save and put it to the back of my mind. Watch for a couple 30 something hours later, here come Wes. Did you see the trailers, the Salem's Lot trailer? I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, you are wrong. I'm home by myself. I'm not watching this. When just the thumbnail, that house. I want to know if they shot that movie in the same town that they shot the original in.
It looks like the same town from It. Aren't all these things up in Derby, wherever it is? Aren't they all set up there somewhere? But that's what it looked like to me. It looks like that.
Well, you know why though, but you know why it looks like that, because that's how Stephen King writes. Almost everything takes place in the same fictional town.
Yeah.
Stephen King, what you call it? What does he call it? Castle Rock. That's the
That
town.
was a good TV show by accident.
The TV show, right? Castle Rock is the town almost every Stephen King story takes place. Pretty much, he always has that, which is a fictional town of Maine.
Jerusalem Lot. That's where it's called, Jerusalem Lot.
Right, Jerusalem's Lot. Yeah, that's Salem's Lot. Jerusalem's Lot. that's what it's really called.
Let me tell you something. That's one of those towns you just keep driving on past. Like, okay, yeah, not going there. It's like I hate to always mention this to Wes with it because it wasn't funny the night that it happened. It's funny talking about it now. But I went with Wes to go do a meeting with Kiki Swenson, and we were driving back home, and I don't know why I was so adamant about driving. I just wanted to come back home. And Wes is like, "Yo, Kev, you're tired. You need to let me drive." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. Let me pull over and let you drive." I don't know how Wes was driving for like about 20 minutes, and we got to Asheville or Ash, whatever that name of that town is over there. And something walked across the road, like something white walked across the road.
I don't know what.
And I was like, because Wes was like, "Yo, Kev, you saw that, right?" And I was going in and out of sleep. And Wes was like, "You saw that, right?" And right before he said, "You saw that, right?" I had opened my eyes and looked at the road. I was like, "What the?" In my head, I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" Excuse my language. And Wes was like, "You saw that, right?" I'm like, "Bro, drive faster." Whatever you do, don't stop. I don't care what this car is doing. If this car starts doing that what is that thing that does in movies where you go into a creepy area and then the car starts acting like it don't got gas and starting to turn, listen, we ain't stopping. I hope you got stamina, bro, because I'm running straight through Asheville. Yeah, it was Asheville, that thing that we were going through.
Yeah,
that's what I felt like every time I see anything from Salem's Lot. That's what I see. That's a movie that I purposely do not watch on purpose. Like it popped up, so I'm like, I guess I'll watch it again. But I hate watching that movie because then I start having night terrors, and like this it takes a week for me to get that out of my system at a minimum. I'm very nervous about this movie, man. And the fact that they're not showing the fact that they're not showing a vampire, that's the only thing that's going to make me comfortable with this film. If they make a vampire that sucks, I'm like, oh, good, thank you.
Yeah. Now I want to address something. I know Joseph has been in the comments saying stuff about different horror films, and he mentioned something about werewolf films. I mean, Joseph, to be honest, he said something about top 10. I can't think of 10 werewolf films right now.
Oh, sure you can.
I mean, you can, but not that I really favor to be like, let me put it.
Oh, sure you can. I mean, Underworld.
I know that, of course, American. Well, yeah, Underworld. I consider that a vampire film, but it's both.
It's an action.
It's a vampire-like film.
But
But
no,
I
it's
mean, I
vampires.
think of and lichens, yeah, werewolves.
Yeah, and
So
werewolves. Yeah.
I think I don't, but yeah, I can't consider it one or the other, so I don't judge it as a werewolf film. I
I
mean, I
get.
think about, of course, American Werewolf in London. You gotta say
London
the whole thing, just like a Tribe Called Quest. You gotta say
did
an
the whole
American
thing.
Werewolf in London. Say the whole thing. Um, so you got that one, of course.
He got down there the Howling. I might go with that
Howlin'.
one.
I could
Oh,
go with
that was my movie back in the
Yeah.
that.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
Wolfen.
He got Wolfen down
Wolfen.
there.
You got Wolfen down there.
Now,
He,
Joseph, your list get deducted because you put the Twilight movie down there. I'm sorry, bro.
No,
Um,
no, no. Joseph, you were right. You're right. Do not let do not let Ralph do
but I
not let
mean, to
Ralph
me,
deter
whether
your
I
twinkling.
don't I don't like those either. But to me, I don't put it in the same category because to me it's light years worse than Underworld. But I'm
I
just saying,
wouldn't put it in the
I
top
look at it.
10.
I look at it as Underworld. Underworld is a vampire and a werewolf movie, just like so is Twilight. It's a vampire. The main character is a vampire. You got one main character, werewolf. The whole team.
And their werewolves were real werewolves. They were real wolves.
They're real wolves, but yeah. So
And big ass
I don't
wolves
really
too.
judge them either because if I'm not gonna judge, if I'm not gonna count Underworld, then I ain't gonna count that either.
But you gotta count it. It's vampires and
I mean,
werewolves. That's like saying when they had the movie that had all three of them in it. They had Count Dracula, the werewolf, and if I think Frankenstein. It was all three of them
yeah,
in
yeah,
one of those older movies.
the Wolfman, the monsters,
The
yeah.
Wolfman, yeah.
Well, then, yeah, the Wolfman. Now, the one with Jack Nicholson, I remember that one being
Oh,
decent.
Wolf. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
Him
yeah, he's got
and
Wolf on there, and he's got
and,
he
and,
does.
does he have the other one with Del Toro and Anthony Hopkins?
no,
Benicio del
that's not
Toro and Anthony Hopkins. I forgot what the name of that one was, but that's where Benicio del Toro
Wolf.
was a werewolf.
I think it was just
Mm.
called Wolf. I think it was called Werewolf or something.
I
But
think it was
no, I
called
don't.
something. Wolfman. I don't remember
Well,
what the
he
hell
had.
it
I
was called.
mean, he's got both American Werewolf in Paris. If
Yeah, that was the other one after American
not,
Werewolf in London.
yeah,
Yeah.
not after American Werewolf. No, it don't compare. Red
No, it don't
Riding Hood.
compare. It don't compare, but that's what it was like supposed to be.
I'm saying if you're gonna say this is my top 10,
Uh-huh.
um, like I said, I would not put the Twilight New Moon, even though it is werewolves and vampires, in the top 10. I don't think it goes there. I think it's a little further down the list.
Mm.
But then again, now this depends on how many werewolf movies are there. I think that's
It's a lot. I
But
mean, you just
but
gotta
but
really.
here's the thing: if you just judging on the even if you don't like the Twilight films for them just being girly, for lack of a better phrase,
bitchy.
I respect what I do respect. What I do respect is that the hardness of the vampires, the just corrupt evilness of the older vampires, and the werewolves were like they were wolves, but like big giant like those what are those Russian dogs?
Oh, you
The
not to. I
Masties.
need to cut you, but Silver Bullet. That one was good.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
another one. That was a
yeah.
good one actually.
Silver
That was a
Bullet.
Stephen King thing, right?
That was
Yeah.
also based on a Stephen King film. Yeah, Silver Bullet. Yeah.
No, I
What did he
gotta
say? He
I
had
gotta I
both.
gotta add Stephen King to my book collection, even though I never would read them. Because I think he's just I don't know, Stephen King is just weird and creepy to me. Just
Well, he is. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. This guy lives with 20 cats and stuff like that. That's why
see,
he
that's
always
what I
writes
can
stuff
respect
about.
because I'm a cat guy, so I can respect that.
That's why
That's a
he
lot of
writes
work.
all them damn movies about cats. Because I ain't got them
That's a lot
damn
of
I'll tell
cat
you this
cats.
food.
much though. I will say this much.
Yeah.
Stephen King for a while made me racist to gray cats. Like I just thought gray cats were the most evilest things on the planet. I would if I saw a gray cat, I would stomp my feet, get out of here. Go get away from me. Any other kind of
Oh
cat?
shit! So here's the top 20 on list from IMDb. Top 20 werewolf lists they got, or 25. At 25 they got Werewolf. That was starring where is this from? 1995. I don't remember that one. Who was in that? Richard
That's
Lynch.
the one with Homegirl. Ralph mentioned it before. The one with Jack Nicholson, right, Ralph?
No, that's Wolf.
that one's just
It's simply
called
Wolf.
Yeah. So number 4 they got Werewolves on Wheels. What the hell? That
What in
sounds
the
like a
hell is
comedy.
that?
That's
Never
like a
heard of that
comedy.
one.
1971. Number 23 they got The Beast Must Die. 1970.
Okay, I remember that. I remember
Right.
that.
Calvin Lockhart.
That was like a B movie.
Peter Cushing. All right. Number 22 they have I Was a Teenage Werewolf. I remember that. That's a comedy, obviously. That was
and
with
Teen Wolf. We forgot Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf is number 21 on
Yeah.
here. Teen Wolf. Number 20 is Wolf. That's the one with Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. Number 19 is When Animals Dream. 2014. Never heard of that one. Interesting. Maybe check it out. Number 18 is Trick or Treat. Never heard of that. 2007.
I remember Trick or Treat. I don't remember it being about no werewolf.
Anna Paquin. Says 5 Halloween stories. It's 5 Halloween stories. I guess one was a werewolf story.
Yeah, one was probably a werewolf story. Yeah, because I don't. It's been so long.
Is
I've seen that.
Wolf Guy. Who the hell is that? 1975. That sounds cheesy. Number 16 is Wolfen. 1981.
That was my movie right there.
Okay, the one you were talking about, Kev, is number 15 on their list, The Wolfman. That's with Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins and Emily Blunt. What a cast. Number 14 is The Curse of the Werewolf, 1961. All right. Okay, then we have number 13, Wolf Cop.
What in the heck?
What the hell is that? That's got
That sounds like Sharknado. That sounds like Sharknado.
Wolf Cop.
I'm laughing, but I love Sharknadoes. Those movies are so good. As bad as they are so good.
Number 12 is the 1935 film called Werewolf of London. Probably where they got a little bit of their idea of doing an American werewolf in London. Then you have The Company of Wolves.
Yes. Oh my God. But that's not
1984.
Yeah. Now that was a good movie, but it wasn't. That was like a different. It was a very weird take on Red Riding Hood, and but it was very good because I saw that in the movie theaters. I actually saw that's one of the movies that I saw. I actually saw that in the theaters, and it was very good.
Okay, then you got number 10. They have Where. It's just WER. Where. That was a 2013. Number 9 is Silver Bullet. Huh? No.
Was that like a TV show?
It says no. I don't know if it wasn't a TV show. These are films. Maybe it was a TV film, but Silver Bullets number 9. Number 8 is Bad Moon.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
96. All right. Number 7 is Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
Wasn't Sleepwalkers about werewolves?
Yes, it was. It was or a werewolf adjacent, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Night of the Wolf, number 6. Number 5 is The Wolfman, which is the 1941 with, that we all know about. Number 4 is they got something called Dog Soldiers.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That movie was crazy.
They got that at number 4.
Yeah, because
Then
that
you
was
got
good.
number
That's at the right
3.
spot. Yeah, that's at the right
Number
spot on the list.
3 is The Howling. They got number 3, The Howling. Number 2 is Ginger Snaps.
Really? Come on.
And number 1, of course, as we all know, is An American Werewolf in London.
But I'm really surprised. No mention of Underworld. Wow.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, man, it's not a wolf, man. It's not a werewolf film. Just because werewolves are in it, it's not a werewolf film.
Well, you got
It's a
vampires killing
war.
werewolves, werewolves killing vampires. I mean,
It's a war. It's just a war film. And I mean, if anything, and even that more so even than the Twilight films, the story is at least the original one. It's told through the eyes of a vampire, so it's more of a vampire film than it is a werewolf film. So
no, that part I'll give you. That part is true. Yeah.
it's told from her perspective on the war, right? Between werewolves and
Vampires.
And kind of the same for Twilight because it's told through Bella's perspective, who, her first encounter is with the vampires. And of course the werewolves become more prominent as the story goes on, but it all started with the vampires. So
Which I will say, people, I mean, say what you want about the movies and the twinkling, the sunshine twinkling vampires,
the sparkly vampires.
Yeah, the sparkly vampires. The books, however, are a whole nother matter.
I agree. I agree.
That is a damn good read. And if you haven't read it, I suggest you go get those 4 books and read them because it is an awesome read.
I agree. And Joseph, it's not the fact that I have a disdain or hatred for the Twilight series. I mean, on its own for what it is, women love them. I mean, I say the last one, that whole dream sequence was probably the best thing you ever saw. That thing was ridiculous.
I said that too, and I watched it. I watched it right there with Kev.
Yeah, I was just thinking that in my head.
I saw that, and we were like, "What is it?"
I'm sorry, Ralph. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, like I sat in the audience full of people, and when that whole thing happened, and then you saw that it was Dream, the audience erupted in cheers. I have nothing against the Twilight movies for what they are.
And before the dream happened, before they revealed it was a dream, there was people crying.
There was
Yeah, because Wes was looking at me like, because Wes came after work, so Wes was looking at me like, bro, what is going on? This is crazy.
Killing everybody. Everybody gonna die.
And I'm like, at that point, I was like, okay, I don't F with those movies. I'm like, I fucks with this. I fuck with this. Like, everybody dying. Everybody like, that's crazy. No, but nobody's safe.
But the only thing, my biggest gripe of that with it being what it is for teen fiction, which is, I'm going to call it teen fiction or young adult fiction, it took away the very basic of what vampires were. Vampires do not come and fall in love with you and want to marry you. They want to eat you. They want to kill you. That's what they want, bro. Did you see it in True? Wait a minute. All you gotta do is look at True Blood. When that one guy was looking around, he said, you are not my friend. I'm here to kill you.
I'm here to kill you. You're my food. Or you like or to quote Deacon Frost, these people are our food. Not our friends.
But you know why I'm laughing?
Say, in all fairness, as much as I don't like those films, technically, the biggest story ever told about a vampire is based on love.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. He only became a vampire because of love. It was his heart.
His love
that
for me
made him become a vampire, because it was his love for his wife that took her own life.
For his own wife.
He was out there fighting for the church, fighting in the Crusades, and then comes back.
Oh my God! Okay, we're gonna stop talking about this because now I'm getting so many revelations now. Oh my God! Oh my God! And break it down and bring it all the way to present. And how many people be leaving the church because they've been like, I done fell in love with this chick over here, and the church done did me dirty, and now we divorced, and now they hate the church.
Yeah.
Blood is the life.
Yeah.
That's
And like
what
I said,
saying. The blood is
that
the
is
life.
Life.
that is my only issue with the
Right.
Twilight series. Because you just took away the very nature of a vampire, what we have been traditionally groomed that what a vampire is, and you gave it this whole teen lovey-dovey spin to it.
Vampire.
No, but no, I don't think no.
Vampires need love too.
Yeah, no, they do need love too. But Ralph, I'm just gonna give you just a little bit of pushback on that because they did, because one of the things that the Edwards were fighting for was trying to keep them from falling into their vampire nature, while because they were like outcasts really, and that's why the
right, they were trying not to be how the most of the vampires were like what you're describing, but their clan of vampires, they were trying to live differently. That's why they were kind of like outcasts. But I mean, like I said, I just didn't like the movies, but I understand what it was. But yeah, man, I mean, to me now, the best vampire movie. Now, if you were, that's what I said. I consider Underworld a vampire.
Oh wait, hold up, and they didn't have Dracula Untold on there. That should have been almost in the top.
No, that's
10.
not a werewolf.
Not a werewolf movie.
Oh, that's not a werewolf movie. That's right.
Werewolf
That's right. My bad.
Not a werewolf movie. So now, with that being said, there is a new Wolfman movie that's coming out in 2025. That. It's from Universal, because obviously Universal pretty much makes all of these movies. It's just like Universal is still they're still making vampire movies. Obviously, they got Nosferatu coming out.
Yes,
wrong date though.
Terrible.
You guys
date.
are going to
I'm
kill it on
100%
Christmas.
with you on that.
100%. You guys are going to kill it on Christmas Day. There's no way I'm going to go see Nosferatu on Christmas Day.
I am. I'm most certainly am.
I'm going to see Mufasa.
Yeah. That too.
You know what? I'm not those Lion King movies. I wait for that shit to come on TV. Or I'll give my daughter money and tell her to take the kids.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna see Nosferatu, but that was that like y'all not trying to make money releasing that on Christmas.
No,
are you serious?
I think it's I don't know. I think they'll make a decent. They'll make a decent penny, and especially after Christmas. After Christmas.
It's going. The Universal or whoever is dropping that is setting that thing up for failure. Unless it is so great and it gets Academy Award looks at it. If it doesn't get any type of Academy Award, let's say you guys are setting it up for failure, and that's going to be.
Is there a trailer for it?
I've seen the trailer for it.
It's a great trailer for it.
The trailer looks great, but it does not need to come out in December. That is October. It should be coming out. Really?
Yeah.
When you can really strike the chord.
I'm 100% with you on that one. They're really setting that up for failure, and it's just crazy, because
what company is that from? That is from Universal too. No,
that's Universal.
I don't know. I don't know who it's from, but they are setting it up for failure. Like I said,
that's Universal.
Unless it gets some type of Oscar buzz. Right, for whoever playing Nosferatu is getting an Oscar buzz. If that is not happening, it's setting it up for failure, and it's going. I'm gonna say, you guys did Universal. You fucked up. Listen, Universal. You turn into Warner Brothers. You turn into Warner Brothers right now.
They are. They're messing up right there because you got just in that month alone, you have what else is coming out here?
Just on the day.
The Lord of the Rings comes out on the 13th.
I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that at all.
I'm just saying. Kraven the Hunter also comes out on the 13th. You got Mufasa comes out on the 20th. You got Sonic the Hedgehog 3 comes out on the 20th. So you got those.
It's gonna get lost in the wash. Yeah. It's gonna get lost in the water.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is gonna take all of that. It's gonna suck up all that money.
That's gonna suck up. You talk about sucking up money, because it's gonna suck up a lot of my money.
That's 40. That's 40.
Lion King.
Both of those are 40 million each, and not for nothing. I don't know it, but if James Earl Jones' voice is in Mufasa,
Oh,
I think it
right.
is.
But
throw in
no,
those,
I don't think it is. But if they're smart, they should go back and put it in there.
put it in there, because that's another 30 million on top of the opening weekend right there. If his voice is in there as a full grown Mufasa, that's another 30 million, because that's the last James Earl Jones role.
Yep. If they, I mean, I know obviously the film has been cut and all that stuff, but shit,
Y'all got time. Y'all got time. I'm
we
sure.
got a little
I'm sure.
bit of time.
I'm sure
Throw
y'all
something
got.
in there.
I'm sure y'all
Even
got
if
some.
you know what, even if you say we're gonna throw a little James Earl Jones tribute at the end of the film. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
Well,
I'm saying.
they might do that now. Remember, because
They might.
that's months out. They can still do whatever they need to do, and make a post credit scene, whatever, however they want to do it. They're
It
still
would have to be a post credit.
Hell,
Yeah.
it don't have to be. I'm sure they still got stuff from the Lion King
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sitting there,
oh
and,
yeah,
and
with
they could
him
and they
and
could when
yeah.
they could
You know
just insert it into the final cut of this movie.
Yeah.
Like a 2 minutes of him
Yeah.
of 2 minutes of like a voiceover of him saying, about the pride, how we are all connected or something like that. But if they say by James Earl Jones, another 30 million on top.
Yeah. I agree. I agree 100%. And unfortunately, weighted in the balance is going to be poor Nosferatu coming out on the 5 days later.
Yeah.
Just
It's gonna be
5 days
unfortunate.
later. Just
Uh,
5 days later
at
from the
least it'll get a
Mufasa
week
the
off.
Lion King.
At least it'll get a week to get
Yeah,
its shot
not
off.
even a full week. Like not even a full week. Oh, you mean the week after? Yeah, the week after it will. Yeah, that's bad. I have to agree with you on that one, 100%, Ralph. They really set they set themselves up for failure. You did
Yep.
not have to release this thing on Christmas. On Christmas, on top of that, not
You
just
know,
around Christmas.
I dare I say where Jay-Z had said once that it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you, Hove. I know you're the great businessman and everything, but it absolutely does work like that. Because when these films don't make the box office like they supposed to, they become a tax write-off.
Yep.
And that's what's
Yeah,
gonna happen. That's what you
absolutely.
do as a business. If you take a loss on your P&L sheet, that's gonna be marked on the P&L sheet as an L. The profit and loss sheet, it's gonna be the L on the profit and loss sheet. So
Yeah,
but I'm still going to go see it, and I'm going to see it as many
of
times as
course,
I
we're gonna
can,
go see it. Of course,
only for the
I'm
fact
gonna
that
go see
Salem's
it.
Lot is not going to be in theaters, and I was very aggravated about that part to see that was going straight to HBO. It's not. I don't have, and see, I guess for me, that's what really pisses me off because I'm not cheap, but I've never because I go to the movies so much, I've never invest like the biggest screen that we have in my house is a 43-inch, and we had two of them, and well, we had four of them, and my grandchildren broke three of them, and I'm no, they broke two of them, and I'm responsible for one because I grabbed it by the edge the wrong way trying to turn the TV. But my living room, every last one of my neighbors, the neighbor in front of me, the neighbor next door to me, I'm pretty sure Victor and them upstairs, everybody got 80-inch screen TVs but me.
God damn.
And I mean hung on the wall, not sitting on a stand, hung on the wall, 80-inch screen TVs. And I'm like, God damn, what am I doing wrong in life? I love movies. I got dope speaker systems from the bedroom to the living room. I got some expensive shit in here as far as stereo shit is concerned. And please don't come think about you coming to rob me because you get your brains blown out coming here. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna keep on going. I don't understand why I don't have a big screen TV where I can really like enjoy, or at least a projection unit. Because they got some dope projection units out there too, but I just never like, I don't know. I just never invested the money in a good TV. Like my computer system is dope. I got three monitors. It's great. I got, I got.
Gotta get you a big screen. I'm actually gonna,
Christmas time. Christmas
because
time. Wait.
yeah,
Wait till
because
Christmas time.
since football just started, I'm gonna go and yeah. I mean, Walmart's the devil, man. Walmart is
It
the
is.
devil.
It is. And
Every
I used
time
to
I
work
go
there.
in there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm about to buy a TV. Looking at it, I'm like, no, don't do it. It's the devil. I saw a good TV too. It might have been like I think it was a 70 or something like inch, but it was a Samsung TV too, and it was really cheap. I was like, yo, this is a cheap price for this size of a TV. But either way, I digress. Yeah, so that's pretty much that, man. I think Nosferatu, I agree with you, Ralph. They set themselves up for failure, but I can't wait to see it. I'm actually excited about the falls going into the winter lineup. Fall films. I'm be seeing a lot of films as opposed to just we're not flooded with blockbuster hits this fall. We weren't even flooded with that this summer, honestly. You know, not
Well,
flooded with blockbuster hits.
well, these
So
the end of the summer was pretty good. Oh, and by the way, everybody, if you haven't seen Fall Guy, it is on oh shit.
it's on Max, ain't it?
It's
Shit,
on
it's on everything by now.
Well, it's
I think
on
it's either on
everything.
I think it's either on Peacock or Paramount.
I think it's on Peacock. Yeah, it's on
I
Peacock.
just
And for y'all speaking of Paramount, the Tulsa King has started back up.
oh,
For you
yes.
guys that was watching it last season, Sylvester Stallone is doing his thing. I love the guy. I love this role he plays in this show, and he's back. So if people want to see that, uh, check it out. And that's it, man. We're gonna end the show there. We'll get back with y'all next week. Oh, what up? What was that? Somebody saying what up? Rudy West.
Slanted eyes. Hello, slanted
Rudy
eyes.
West. Oh, Slanted Eyes. What up? What's up, girl? Yeah, yo, Slanted Eyes can spit too, man. I don't know if she's still spitting or what. She got bars. I was like, that's what's up. What up, fam? Yeah, man. So we'll get back with y'all next week. I gotta call somebody back because they just straight called me out for not calling people back. Yo, you never call nobody back. I'm like, yo, I'm on the air right now. But they're like, you never call nobody back. So I gotta call my people back. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining everybody that came through. Slanted Eyes, what up, girl? Holla at your boy. Um, and of course, Joseph always holding down the chat room. I did want to say thank you to our new members. We got this guy here. It was another person that said earlier, I sent them a message. James, yeah, became a member. So, yeah, we'll get up with y'all next week, y'all. Peace out.